Nation. Welcome to yet another amazing episode Khona la ku Vooka Breakfast Show. And not forgetting abantu baseThekwini. Good morning to the Durban people listening to us via the Underground Radio DBN app or their website. Remember that if you want to tune into us via frequency, instead of watching us on YouTube, you can download the Underground Radio app on iOS for those using an iPhone and Android for those using an Android phone on the Play Store. So I hope you guys are ready for yet another amazing Gem Start Friday, because it's weekend day, and obviously people are now going to go down, relax and unwind with their partners or family. But obviously to those who know me and those who do not know me, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Plays. But to the darker the berry, the sweeter than Don. And today we have a gem-packed show for you. And as you know, we'll be starting you off with one of our favorite things that we do in the morning, basically letting you know about all the different places that you can visit in South Africa. And today we are talking about the Emperor's Palace. Now, the Emperor's Palace Hotel and Casino Convention Resort in Kempton Park, Johannesburg, is a luxury destination located next to the OR Tambo International Airport, known as the Palace of Dreams. It combines 4 upscale hotels, a world-class casino, fine dining restaurants, live entertainment, and extensive conference facilities. Guests can enjoy a health and beauty spa, lush gardens, a family-friendly activities, making it both leisure and business hub with its blend of elegance, gaming excitement, and impeccable service. Emperor's Palace offers a complete resort experience for travelers seeking convenience and indulgence. Now, I hope you guys are going to go out and enjoy yourself at the Emperor's Palace, but make sure that you do not lose all of your money at the casinos. So right now we're going to be taking a quick break. After that, we're going to be coming back with the news and sports headlines. Good morning, South Africa. So right now we'll be starting your day off with your news headline. And on your first news headline, authorities crack down on Springs illegal gold mining. Law enforcement clamped down on illicit mining in Pennyville has ignited tension, with residents arguing the activity is their only means of survival. Chaos erupted during Wednesday's raid, leading to 3 arrests. The city of Ekurhuleni insists illegal mining will not be tolerated and plans to continue educating the community about its dangers. Authorities remain stationed in the area to monitor the situation as residents refuse to back down. On your second news headlines, families say SA men in Russia misled promised training. 4 South African men rescued from Ukraine have returned home, with families expressing gratitude to President Cyril Ramaphosa and the Russian government. They were among 17 men allegedly lured into Russia-Ukraine war under false promises of lucrative contracts and bodyguard training. Families say they were misled about the nature of the recruitment, believing it was for training rather than combat. One of the relatives described the ordeal as a difficult journey but welcomed the safe return, promising both governments and in negotiating their release and ensuring the men's safe arrival at OR Tambo International Airport. On your third news headline, EFF exits ANC co-led coalition in Ekurhuleni governance. The Economic Freedom Fighters has withdrawn the ANC-led coalition in Ekurhuleni after Mayor Dr. Kagazi reshuffled his mayoral committee, removing 2 EFF members and leaving only 1. The coalition, formed in 2023, initially gave both parties 5 MMC positions each. The EFF and Gauteng accused the ANC of systematically sidelining them, claiming the move was politically motivated rather than performance-related. Spokesperson Dumisani Balani said the party will now serve in opposition, vowing to hold the executive accountable with discipline and determination. 3 arrests have been made so far. And right now we're going to take a quick break, and Moeketsi Maimane will be coming with your sports headlines.
Said you needed space, said you needed more time to think, so you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurts so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek, or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was then. Go back, hurt so bad. Had to block out the memory. If we try, yeah. Start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone away.
Once again, a very good morning. My name is Moeketsi Maimane. Now let us keep you updated with what is happening in the sporting world. Starting off with our football news. KZN Challenge in the Nedbank Cup. KwaZulu-Natal clubs headline the Nedbank Cup second round with Richards Bay hosting AmaZulu, Milford facing Mkhabati, and Golden Arrows meeting Stellenbosch. Despite strong provincial representation, no KZN team has ever lifted the trophy. AmaZulu, who have lost 6 finals, arrive in good form, while Richards Bay boast a home strength. Golden Arrows seek their first final after past semi-final runs. Coaches highlight the province's growing focus on the developing talent rather than selling it, with hopes that this year could finally deliver a breakthrough. Fans will anticipate thrilling derbies and a chance for KZN to make history in the competition. On your next football headline, Onslaught confirms of Liverpool without Jeremy Frimpong, but Joe Gomez could face Forest. Liverpool manager Ancelotti confirmed Jeremy Frimpong will miss Sunday's clash against Nottingham Forest, though he is progressing well and could return next week. The Reds remain without Alexander Isak, Connor Bradley, Giovanni Leone and Wataru Endo, leaving defensive options limited. Curtis Jones may again feature at right back after impressing in the FA Cup, while Joe Gomez has trained and is fit to start if needed. Slot praised the squad's adaptability, highlighting players like Sportsline and Gravenberg, and reassured fans that Isak should return around March international break as Liverpool's depth continues to be tested. Now heading over to rugby news, Bulls bring Springbok firepower to Wellington for a crucial ball and hit out. The Bulls head to Wellington for a crucial Nedbank Cup warm-up against Boland, treating the clash as more than a friendly. Despite resting stars like Kat Lee, Arenze and Henry Pollard, the squad includes 12 for Springbok with Ruan Nortke, Kanabana Moody and Willie Leroux aiding firepower. Coach Johan Ackerman plans to give all 34 players meaningful minutes while avoiding injuries ahead of their debut against the Sharks. The match is vital for rhythm and cohesion after the Six Nations break. For Boland, it's valuable preparation as they chase the Currie Cup qualification, having beaten the Bulls 28-20 last year. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates. And if you want to share your thoughts, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube, or you can call us on the number 0604933226. That's all for now. Now going to be giving you that daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by your energetic start to your day. But in the meantime, let us just give you your weather update.
Favorite position, do we still have chemistry? Yeah. Since you've been gone away so long. Said you needed space, said you needed more time to think, so you went away, but you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek, or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was then. Go back. Yeah. So bad. Had to block out the memory. If we try, yeah. Start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone since you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, love it in the worst way.
Welcome back, Vooka Nation. Just to also get you started on the roads to make sure that you arrive alive at work. With the KZN traffic on the N2 at Ebitlu, at Abitlu interchange, roadworks are underway. Lanes are restricted, so please drive carefully. Further along the N2 between Kwamashu interchange and Umdloti interchange, more roadworks are in progress. Expect restricted lanes and proceed with caution. Now heading over to your Gauteng traffic on the R21 southbound after Benoni, there's been a crash. The left shoulder is closed, so please approach with care and caution. Meanwhile, on the N12 westbound before Atlas Road, a stationary vehicle is blocking the left lane. Slow down and drive carefully. Now that's all for your traffic update. Please do feel free to send us a text on 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226 for any traffic updates as you are driving on the road.
And that's how you start this beautiful Friday morning with your latest traffic update. It is 18 minutes past 7. If anything, of course, comes across in terms of developing traffic headlines, we will let you know. But with that being said, it's very important to look into how is the weather currently looking like this morning from wherever you are. So currently, we're just going to be looking at how the weather is like in Johannesburg. Currently, Johannesburg is 17 degrees Celsius with some scattered clouds. And if you're in Cape Town, you're currently experiencing 20 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And in Durban, it's 25 degrees Celsius with scattered clouds. And of course, if you're in Pretoria, you are currently experiencing 19 degrees Celsius with some scattered clouds. If you're in Bloom, you are currently experiencing 13 degrees Celsius with clear skies. And if you're right here in the heart of Johannesburg, which is Soweto, Dobsonville, or anywhere in Soweto, you're currently experiencing 18 degrees Celsius with some scattered clouds. And if you're in Khayelitsha, you're going to be experiencing 19 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. That's all, of course, for the weather currently that we are looking into. But of course, it is the 20th of February 2026. Let's look into how the rand is currently performing against other currencies out there for our market for this morning. Starting off, of course, with the US dollar. The rand is currently trading at 16 rands 22 cents. And then heading over to the Great British Pound, it's currently trading at 21 rands 82 cents. And then heading over to your euro, it is currently trading at 19 rands 6 cents. And the Japanese yen is currently trading at 10 cents. And then when you head over to the Australian dollar, it is currently trading at 11 rand 42 cents. Lastly, the Chinese yuan is currently trading at 2 rand 35 cents. And then for our morning commodities, I'm looking at the Brent crude. The Brent crude oil is currently at 1,550 rands, and gold is currently at 43,500. And if, of course, the worth and the price of the Bitcoin is 1,250,000 rand. So that's all for your market rates for this morning. And we're going to come back again next week, Monday, same time, same place, and give you all of your market rates in terms of how the commodities, how the markets are looking like, and how the rand is performing with other currencies out there. Keep the comments coming. I see you right there on YouTube. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we've got a lot to unpack with you. So I want you to not switch the dial, because we will be back. Leaving you with the great sounds, of course, of King Sis, I Forgot.
Said you needed space, said you needed more time to think, so you went away, but you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door, even though my heart just won't leave. Then can't go back, hurts so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50, 11 days, 50, 11 days, 50, 11. I lost count. a fight when you leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek? Or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was there. Go back. Yeah. So bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Started from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone since you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name. I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same. Love it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away. You've been gone away. I forgot your middle name. I forgot your birthday. Your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Since you've been gone away.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Hang out with myself, the one and only
It's for you.
My name is Moocee.
It's all for you. 가만히 있으면 안 되는 걸까? 왜 그런 거야? I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with what I do. 지금이 들어도 상관없는데 이같지 않는 조언들 너만은 necessity. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 you know I don't want to know.
It's exactly 25 minutes past 7 and it's a beautiful Friday morning. Happy Friday, and thank God it's a Friday to all of us. It's a good day, of course, to celebrate and, of course, to kickstart. You're watching the one and only Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. You are not only watching, but you are listening from wherever you are on Underground Radio. Not forgetting that you can connect with us on all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show on TikTok. Just click the follow button, Instagram follow button, and Facebook follow button. And of course, if you are watching right now on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, please click the subscription button and notification button so that whenever we go live, you will be notified that your best breakfast team is in the building. And get ready, of course, and it's ready to give you everything that kickstart your day on a very high energetic note. The number to dial is 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. I'm happy and excited to hear some of your thoughts, because we are closing off this week of ours. It's Friday, right? People are in a high spirit, and we have to, of course, be in high spirit for you from wherever you are from. But as I see some of the comments, but what we need to do is just to do a morning check-in with ourselves. I just want to know if my team is okay and, of course, ready to get things going. Because if you're not okay, you should just move out of my table, guys. I don't play like that.
Utable uthini? Ngicela nimbuzele ukuthi guys utable uthini? Utable. Hi. Morning Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm in good spirits. I'll tell you. I'm in a good mood. I'm rocking shorts today. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm rocking shorts.
That's
and it's nice and sunny.
Yeah.
And I'm loving the weather. I know you and Banele, but it's funny. Banele is wearing like a sweater, but it's like I don't understand. You know,
it's protection.
But yeah, man, I'm loving the weather. I'm loving the weather. Like last week Friday around this time, all the way to about Wednesday morning-ish.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The weather was on your guys' side, because you guys like overcast,
it's cozy,
right? So I'm extremely appreciating the weather on this side of town, and today really promises to be a good day. I'm also looking forward to the weekend, but something that we haven't been covering over the last couple of weeks, especially since February started, is that February actually is, but I did speak about it with Banel I think about 2 weeks ago or so, that February is actually Black History Month. And this is the month that we well, for the most part, honor those fallen black, freedom fighters and struggle heroes and things of that nature.
Celebrating the black history.
Absolutely, black history in general. But there was this one guy I told Banela about 2 weeks ago that there's this guy I came across on social media, and he was like, we should do away with Black History Month. Why is Black History Month dedicated to the shortest month in the year? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And we should be celebrating Black history throughout the entirety of the year, So those are some of the things. Maybe a bit sometime next week I will cover a few things that are great and how the black society throughout the world has contributed to actually black people in the world. I don't know.
I for one have contributed,
by doing what? Smooching your friends.
Black excellence.
By smooching
I am
your
the representation of what black excellence is supposed to be, because I'm representing a boy or a girl, who is hopeless out there, who thinks they can't do this. Here am I.
I see you.
I am behind the mic. I am behind the camera. Someone can hear me from all the way in Durban. They can communicate with me through the power of social media. So what we're doing is black excellence.
So you are a black hero.
I am a black hero. I am a black hero.
I see you. Guys, we're going to have such a great time this morning. It is episode 222. Which is crazy. We're less than 30 episodes away from saying happy 250 episodes right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is the 20th of February on a Friday morning, and we still give you a daily dose of positivity, accompanied by an energetic start to the day. We're all accounted for. I'm here, Mr. Mo is here, Afriberry is here, and of course Mr. B behind the camera, taking good care of us right there on the technical side, is also present and accounted for. The only missing ingredient is you. Yes, you. When you're reading from wherever you are tuned in from, you're the most important ingredient of all we do on a weekday morning, every morning between the hours of 7 and 10. And I'm looking forward to your voice notes, to your interaction, and to your engagement. And we're going to have a lovely and great energy exchange. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I see that some of the comments that came through right there. Can you please help me to, read some of those beautiful comments that came through?
Our sister came through, Neliswa, saying it is a Friday, Vooka Nation. Happy Friday, family. Vugile, Vooka Nation, Vooka Nation, Vooka Breakfast Show. And then Mam Tembi comes back and she says, a very good morning, Mavuga Amahle, Underground Radio, DBN team, and our best motivators, energetic team on a beautiful sunny Friday. Hello, Mam Timbi. How are you doing? Lovely, lovely stuff. And my very own Miss Q Rams. Hello, Miss Q Rams.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Your very own.
Yes, my very own. Miss Q Rams comes through and she says, good morning, Vooka Nation, and my favorite team. Looking forward to the show and wishing you a blessed and fruitful day ahead. Same to you, Queen. I hope you also have an amazing day ahead. And Mam Timbi comes back and she says, Vooka Breakfast Show, Sivugile, wishing you nothing but happiness, joy. Be blessed and take care of yourselves. Nice one. And then she keeps on saying, keep the traffic moving. #222 episode. Shout out to our team. W is in the chat, man. Nice one. And then Zinzi Molo. Hi Zinzi Kitar Molo. Molo Zinzi. Molo. Because she says Molo. And she says, Molo and beautiful people, Vooka gang, TBN family, and the amazing team Sivugile on this beautiful Friday morning. Hope the team is keeping wow. Vooka Breakfast Show. And she comes back and she says, happy Friday to you all and wishing you all a blessed day ahead, beautiful peeps. Nice one, man. I hope your day is also filled with nothing but amazing and great moments. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm loving the energy. The energy. We are, of course, going to have a great time on this beautiful Friday morning. And speaking of great time, you know that we need to begin this show with inspirational messages or any motivation that's out there that we can use, of course, in our own benefit. And speaking of motivation and the codes, of course, that are out there. So the one code that I have is from Coco Chanel. So Coco is saying the most courageous act is still to think for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people are not courageous to think for themselves. They always think that if I involve people, if I feel empathetic for other people, it's going to make me feel good, or it's going to be one step away from me to become the most courageous person in the room. But it's not like that. He's saying the most courageous act is to still think for yourself. And then, of course, topping it up with our inspirational morning message. It reads as follows. Say, each day is a new opportunity to grow, learn, and move closer to your dreams. Keep believing in yourself and trust in the process, because persistence turns aspiration into reality.
Yes, sir.
Those are the beautiful, of course, profound, motivational words that we have just to kickstart your morning. But another thing that's very huge on kickstarting the morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show is discussions that we always have. And of course, trying to see where you are in terms of the thoughts, because everything we discuss here is thought-provoking, right? We want to hear from you. If you have the opportunity to share, please come through by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can dial the number to send your voice note to 0604933226.
Yes, sir.
So, one of the conversations we are having this morning, I think it speaks to people who love Friday. I think it speaks to people who have the energy for this day, because it's, for us, when it says 10 o'clock, the weekend has begun.
Well, no, some people 10. 10 is very far.
I'm waiting for 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock is very far.
I'm waiting for 10
Yesterday,
o'clock.
as we were giving people, the musical stylings of Moocee Mist. Already on a Thursday afternoon, man. It's the weekend, my brother.
Yeah.
Already on a Thursday afternoon, we're gearing up for what promises to be a great weekend. I mean, obviously, I think for the most part, most of us look forward to having an amazing weekend, right? So yeah, now usually by the time I sleep on Thursday, man, I'm at home Thursday night. Friday in Fetu, unless the weather is like
it's Friday,
the way it was last week. Last week it was it didn't really feel like a Friday. But when it's nice and sunny and warm like this, chief, I'm fit. Come on, get the shots and shake. Get his kid and jump.
I see you.
You know, man, I think it's gonna be a good one, Mr.
You're in, right? And speaking of the energy and of course being in and locked into what Friday comes with, a discussion that I want us to have is believing in the main character energy, right? And when was the last time you felt like the star of your own movie? We all know that sometimes we become those characters, or we are those characters, or we have met people who are like that. We all have had the phrase, the main character energy, in which I would like to call steering. You understand? And the moment when life feels cinematic, like the spotlight is on you, maybe it's walking into a room with confidence, maybe it's a perfect playlist on Solo Play Drive, or even just sipping coffee while the world seems to pause. So before I continue, give you everything, the deep dives and what psychologists say, the question for us right now on the table is, are you a main character? Have you ever been in a moment of the main character? Or have you seen anyone become a main character?
I personally have had the staring type of moments, and for me it happens a lot, especially when I go to work at events, right? Because of my other female boss. Like, I know with her, she knows that I'm a starer, and she will personally go around the place looking for me, because she know that I can hold it down. So I'm basically her Superman through the whole kryptonite situation. She knows that I will hold it down no matter what happens. I won't crack under pressure. Hopefully without her seeing. At least she's never seen it. But I've had one of those moments, like even today I had like a staring moment where I was coming here, working to work. Some old man just stopped me. Hi, how are you? Hi man, what's he writing?
You are a baby for a moment.
I was a baby. Oh,
I mean, look, beautiful gestures, man.
Beautiful. It happened out of nowhere. This man literally just saw me. It's like, you know what? I like it. I was like, oh, thank you very much. But I was like, no, come. I was like, no, 2's okay. Okay. He bought me 2 power gum, and after I was like, have a fantastic day at work. So for me, I felt like a staring of my own movie, because imagine somebody you don't even know, you've never even seen, just greets you early in the morning with such a wonderful and amazing gesture. It's not a must for them to buy anything, but they just offered because they just like the way your energy that you have. So for me, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna rock this day. Bring it. I don't care. I got it.
Yeah, he brought the character to you, basically. You know, which is it is very interesting. It is very interesting, Mr. P.
You asked for your numbers.
No. He didn't even ask for my numbers. Like, he's an old man. He greeted me like hello, no ka keteng. Oh, sharp. Hey, we said nah. I was like, I go more na lo no to face na ni grihe. I was like, no, okay, keteng, no ka para keteng.
What if Kitakayao? He's your age mate. I mean, sometimes, you know, it can be a little bit tricky, thinking that the person
when
is
they fail to
much
age
younger.
gracefully. No, he's not. He's older. And then after, he just literally approached me, do you want bubble gum? I was like, okay, no problem. He's like, come, let me go buy you bubble gum.
Yeah.
And he
So-
bought me gum.
This one dates back. So growing up, I used to play position 2 in football. So I'm a defender, right? Oh, the first time I scored a goal, guys. That was my superhero moment.
The
where
best feeling, right?
I felt it, and everyone was so excited because I'm always at the back.
Yeah.
And I think also in football when defenders score goals,
It's a huge thing.
It's a huge thing.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah.
It's rare for a
Because I
defender
mean,
to
for
score
the most
goals.
part, I also play 2 coincidentally.
Yeah.
Right.
So I function on the right as well. Even my right side, I'm a right-handed person, right-footed person as well. So my right side dominates my left. So I used to play 2 and 7 for the most part. So I would go into 7 per circumstance.
Yeah.
Right, but my position was 2 as well, Mr. P. And so I can relate, man. I understand
I
what
also
you're talking
relate.
about.
I
Well, you
also
also
relate.
too.
Yeah.
You
So
play too
my
as
first
well.
position as a player was. When we went on to play on bigger grounds, because I never sticksing, I used to play like the front position, right? But I went
I
on.
go
Groundong. I was a goalkeeper.
Okay.
So there was a time where we went to play at a place that's called the Scomplas around there, Goslovo.
Okay.
And we get there, we play a game. After we play a goalless draw, we went to penalties. And after
Okay.
going to the penalties, I saved all 4 penalties.
Okay,
right?
okay. Shout out,
So,
Mr. Mo.
so the thing is, if it's impossible for a goalkeeper to save 4 penalties because we would have scored like more than 3. That means the game is over.
Sure.
So the guys were like, "Hey, man, since you saved 3, prove to us if you can save the last penalty." And they kicked the 4th penalty, and I saved
You
that
saved
penalty.
it. There, shout out. I can imagine.
So you felt like Superman.
I felt like Superman.
Like you're that guy.
I think till today, I don't know how to handle compliments from people, guys. Like, I can't still take a compliment because there was this guy, man, till today, when he sees me, he still remembers that moment.
Right, Mo Shapi in the feet. Mo saved 4 penalties.
I'm like, Antoine, it was a game.
I can imagine.
It was a game.
That's so cool.
Right?
I can imagine, Mr.
I mean,
Mo.
we all have those moments.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And sometimes there are people who cannot, leave out of those moments. They feel like when that moment happens, I need to live in that moment for as long as I don't know how long.
I think it goes back to the thing that we've once spoken about with Oz, right? Do you remember the highs and the lows and being able to strike a balance? So I think it's an innate thing in humans where you want to keep that energy as for as long as you can, right? You want to keep those highs for as long as you can because it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. And I mean, for instance, on the 1st of February when you and I played for the first time, right? I don't know about you, Mr. B, but that, man, when people were coming in and complimenting Mo and myself, and I was like, yes, sir, because for the most part, we play for ourselves here in studio, and there isn't much of a hype around it. We're used to each other. You know, we're always in studio together, engaging, talking, conversing. So it's not the same when someone else who doesn't know you, and it's like, even better, someone who does know you, and the person is like, wait, what?
Is this you? Come on.
Is this you? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Man. So I absolutely get it as well. You want to retain that high for as long as you can, Mo. You want to retain it. You want to keep it for as long as you can. And when it starts dipping, it's like a drug. You want more of it, right? You chase after it. You chase after those moments. And so, but I think where the danger comes in with that is that there's a fine line between when you're chasing after it chasing after the that high energy, that good that feeling good energy, and jumping over to the side of now always wanting to be that person, even though it's not you. It's not about you. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Like sometimes and I think it's a very challenging thing for most of us, where you just have to step back sometimes and give someone else their flowers.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about giving flowers, in the figurative sense, right? But so
yes, you can't let other people shine. You always want to be on the spotlight.
It's the main character syndrome, man.
Steering. Right. So psychologists say these moments aren't just vanity. They tied to self-perception and confidence. And a 2025 lifestyle survey found that 63% of young adults admit to curating the main character moments. Whether through fashion, music, or social media posts, it's a way of reclaiming agency in a world that often feels overwhelming, right? When you see that person each and every time, Moocee, in a township, there's a word that we use. That person would say, "Ayaz jela le."
Okay.
Ayaz jela. You understand? And now there are people who cannot deal with people who have confidence. Like, you don't know how to act when somebody walks in the room with high confidence. You feel like they're going to they're taking all of the space that's in here.
Intimidated.
You feel intimidated. But what you can do is to celebrate that person for a moment. Maybe they've woke up feeling confident. Maybe out of the 365 days, that is the only day they got to feel confident. Because you never know what about confidence where
it stems from.
You understand?
I get you more.
So sometimes other people, they will just kill the mood. But here's the twist with everything that we are discussing right now. So some people embrace it as empowerment, while others dismiss it as self-absorbed. Yes. Studies show that people who actively frame themselves as main characters report higher levels of optimism and resilience. Yet critics argue that it fuels unrealistic expectation or even narcissism. The tension, of course, lies in whether the main character energy is healthy self-expression or just another social media trend.
I was about to say, right? It's funny that you talk about social media, because in 2026, MCE, as it's referred to, main character energy, has evolved from a TikTok trend into a mental health food. Psychology. Physiologically, this is linked to internal locus of control. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's that thing that I was mentioning a second ago. Once we've hit that high, we always want to achieve it, even in spaces that don't require us to be chasing after it, And I think that's also where the trick is that it's hard to let it come to you. You want to go after it. You understand? You want to, I'm gonna outshine more. You understand? I'm gonna score that goal, or I'm gonna save all 4 penalties. You understand? So it's that thing. So when you have main character energy, you believe you are the primary driver of your outcomes. You aren't just waiting for things to happen to you. You are making choices to move your story forward. In a world that often feels chaotic and automated, MCE is a way for people to reclaim their agency and romanticize the mundane parts of existence. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's very tricky. It's very tricky, and it's a very thin line where most of us do jump back and forth without even noticing. Without even noticing. I think it's an internal thing that happens naturally. Where if the moment allows for you, you're like, I can't now.
It's my opportunity.
So where's the middle ground, la? Here's this individual. They've been practicing for years. They played the guitar. Go out on stage and shine.
It's your time.
So it's your time. Like literally telling that young boy or girl, it's your time. Go out and do it. Versus someone that says, so where's the middle ground?
It's very. I think it's quite tricky to strike a balance between the two, Mr. B. Because I think what happens in that moment is that you experience internal turmoil and frustration and a fight with yourself. Right. In the sense that is it going to come off as if I'm arrogant and I want to be in the spotlight? Or is it going to be a thing of people recognize that it was actually my moment.
Yeah.
To get what I'm trying to say. So think of it. I'll try to take it back to what I do in some of the spaces that I'm involved in. Think of it as having a BV, a backing vocalist, versus a main act. Right, so Mo is the main act. Mo, we were here to watch Mo perform. But Mo has BVs, has Banele, has Afriberry, has Moocee, right? And Moocee is a good singer.
Yeah.
Moocee is a good singer. And so what happens go show or in bands and music is that we give every other musician on stage a chance. So, hey guys, I'm not alone on stage. You're wondering who the band is. Let me quickly introduce them. On drums, we have who? On keys, we have
I mean, it happened at Maurice Isaacson. I think it was last year.
Yes,
right?
last year with for the Africa Day celebrations, right? And then we get to the BVs. We've introduced all instrumentalists. You get to the BVs. You're like, hey, Mr. Banele. Banele goes, yeah. You have Afriberry, right? And then you end with me. And last but absolutely not least, I've been working with this guy for the longest of times, man. Give a huge shout out to the one and only Moocee Maimane. You know? So is it my moment to shine, or am I actually hogging what is actually your spotlight? So I think, Mr. B, it's quite tricky to strike a balance between the two. Read the room completely. And actually, then what happens in that is that your judgment of reading the room is clouded by emotion and hype and the noise, right, of the people and the moment in itself. Because you're like, when am I going to get this opportunity again?
Yeah.
What if we don't go about this person?
Exactly.
What if never Sato solo? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
There's a difference from someone who has worked throughout their life to, perfect the skill that they're doing.
Definitely.
Unlike someone who we are seeing on TikTok, doing this thing, he trended once and
Yeah.
Understand? So I think the balance, and of course when you strike the ground, is for someone who has worked all the time or spent the years crafting themselves, is they can do it again.
Absolutely.
But when you won't be able to do it again. It was a moment that
fleeting moment.
Yeah,
as fleeting.
The space allowed you.
The moment allowed. Yeah, definitely.
It allowed you.
Yeah.
Right. So there are so many aspects, of course, that contribute to what this can be.
Yeah.
But in terms of the main character, for me, because I used to love partying. I was a parter.
You're a
right?
Parter. I'm a parter. Are you a parter?
There's moments where you meet different people, and those people will love your energy.
Definitely.
And you will think that you are
the main character.
Everywhere you go. You meet different people. Sometimes people don't love your energy. Some people will love your energy. Because I remember there was this moment, man, like it was not planned. It was me just being me.
Okay.
Because I was with friends. We were just traveling around with this microbus. It's these girls and it's boys and guys, right? Boys and guys. Boys and girls. Right. So we're moving around. We go to zone 2. We go to Mletsane.
Okay.
And then the night feels like there's like not any place that we can go to.
Sure.
But while we parked and we're like, we're going home now. So we get a call that, no, guys, come that side. But now I was like, now I've decided that I'm going home, guys. But people are like, no, Ntwana, we need you. Ntwana, don't go. So the stops that we've made, we were just entertaining people because Rabona, when we get here, it's boring. So we can only,
you guys are the vibe.
Yes,
you're
we are the vibe. You understand?
Yeah.
But now, if one of us now goes home, it's like it's not going to be the same anymore.
Sure.
So Mo, please, Ntwana, skava.
So you were the glue holding everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, people felt like, the night is not so well, but we trying to keep on bringing the energy back.
Sure.
Because it keeps on, it's on and off. But now I felt like, I feel like maybe I should be booked to entertain people in this kind.
I see you.
And it's not the case always. It was just a moment.
Yeah, it was that one night.
Enjoy. It was that one night.
I get
Enjoy.
you. I get
and
you.
now don't run away with it.
Definitely.
it's also about also being able to read a room, because reading a room was very important. Like when you get into a place, just because people are hyping you up, you must also be able to see where not everybody else is hyping you up, and be able to read where I'm not the protagonist. I am just basically the cannon folder. So meaning where I'm just the side that is basically warming up the stage or warming up whatever venue that you're in for the main character. And sometimes there's nothing wrong. The problem with people who've had main character energy is when they start feeling like an extra. That's when it becomes like sets about to force all the time. It's not. There's nothing wrong with that. The venues when you're just going to be an extra. And your main character energy is not needed. So you need to be able to reach such places.
No, absolutely. Here's a quick one, guys. So let's scale it down there, because so far we've spoken about a majority of people recognizing you, right?
Sure.
But let's step it down to your family or just a few pair of eyes.
Sure.
Now, what you said, missed earlier, there is a difference, and it's a very thin line.
Sure.
Because I would get the Superman feeling when I'm able to provide for my family.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Meaning that something as small as taking your family out for ice cream, you feel like the man. Hence why most men have inferiority complexes if they cannot provide
anymore. Okay.
Right? So it is a slight, there's a slight difference, Vela, because some men might use this thing as a means of controlling. But I know for me personally, it's something I've experienced, Uguti. When I'm able to say, no, I just get whatever you want, I feel good. And also, Mo, also something as small as, people around you, when you cook up a meal, and then everyone is like, no, can I have extras? You feel good.
I see you. I see what you mean.
I prepare. I mean, what we also need to understand here is the energy sometimes grows into something else. That's why you will hear with there are people who are suffering from main character syndrome. Understand? So now it has developed to you now seeking attention wherever you are. It's a problem now, because with the main character energy, you understand that it's a moment. It's my moment, and this moment is going to pass at any given time. And it's possible that people can forget, but how I felt, it's very important. So now when you go on and you're like, you know what, people should know that I'm in the room. People should feel, and I'm going to seek attention in this room. That's why the characteristics of the main character syndrome are different to the main character energy.
Do you think it's different?
It's
or
different.
One spills into the other?
It's different.
How though? How is the syndrome different to the energy?
I mean, when you have the syndrome, hence I mentioned that you are now seeking attention and unnecessary attention. And you can even get it from the wrong crowd. Right?
Okay.
So for that moment, for the energy one, it's a moment. Sometimes people misinterpret the moment, and then it's like, okay, let me go home, I'm going to work on myself. But when as the BV, you are there. Even when the show continues, you still continue trying to seek the energy that you got from the crowd. It's like, relax, my brother.
It's not your time.
It's not your time. It's not.
As you know, I once got shouted at, and then the person apologized after.
Okay.
So I'm with this lady friend of mine, Sambilo Sotengugudla, and she sees someone that, from her past. So she just recently bought a car. So, and she's a pastor as well, right? So, Sisemiro lands, we're getting food. So she starts yelling, Panele, hey, qeda lapho. And then afterwards, because now I'm confused, like, what's going on now? And then she comes to me and says, look, sorry, man, I saw someone. She says, I saw someone. And they thought I would be, a nobody. But so I think that's a syndrome.
It's a syndrome, exactly.
Yeah, that's a syndrome.
Wait.
It kind of sort of is, because at that moment you're seeking attention that is actually not given to you. That person is somebody that you had beef with in the past, and it doesn't even recognize or even see you. They're in their own head. But for you, because you still have that beef that you had that basically happened 6 years ago, and you want to shove it in their face that, you know what, I still made it. You'll definitely do something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that specific example, Mr. B, doesn't necessarily apply. I think, for me, in my head, I could be wrong, and I absolutely do stand to be corrected. But I think the syndrome versus the energy, and that's what I was asking Mo a second ago, Hori, do you not think that the one spills into the other? All right? Because, and come with me, let me cook. Right? If you go through a couple of those moments where there's an energy spike, and it's a great feeling, right? And I'm not trying to say that it will apply for everyone, but for those people who are not able to differentiate and draw the line and see where the thin line is between the two spaces, there is a possibility and a chance that as you are chasing after it time and time again, it could end up forming itself and warping itself into the syndrome deriving from the energy sense. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's where I think the spillage comes in for me. So with this example, in terms of me wanting that person to see me, if it's something that happens once in a while or barely ever happens, or it was just that one time, I wouldn't necessarily classify it or distinguish it or describe it as a syndrome. It's just a moment, a fleeting moment as well, much like the energy moments that we've been talking about. That it was just an intentional, purposeful thing where I just wanted KK to see, no, I'm on now. When I know I'm not going to be anything. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So I don't think it's a syndrome. A syndrome, I think it's the people who actively show you even that, no, Chief, I want you guys to see me. And that has its own characteristics that it takes on and attributes, factors and variables that contribute to it, in the sense that we could argue, or if we were to investigate with those kinds of people, that there's some trauma behind, there could be some neglect behind, there could be some ignorance that happened to this person where they were not shown affection enough as a child.
Self-esteem.
There's a self-esteem, there's confidence issues there. So it's that thing of, even in not the greatest of ways, just so that you
People
give them
can,
attention.
yes,
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think that's where the difference is for me, Mo, in terms of the syndrome and the energy. But I think the one can, and in most cases does, spill into the other, where you experience the high moment as ngwana, and now, like, if it ngwana ra understand, but we can't, even as umuntu, you had a great moment, you did great, you did your job well, we clapped hands for you in the office, well done, employee of the month. When I know next week Tuesday, so what happy, like, do you get what I'm trying to say? It's past, you did well. If you do well again, we'll give you your flowers, we'll acknowledge you and recognize you. But when someone else is given their flowers, you need not feel bad. Very interesting.
Very interesting. So let us dive deep into some of the perspectives, because for some people, they of course agree, and some other people, they don't disagree, and then we'll also come to the middle ground of how can we strike the balance between the two, right? So for the people who agree, supporters says it's about confidence, storytelling, and of course celebrating individuality. It's a reminder to see yourself as worthy of joy and attention. For those who are against, they say detractors argue it's shallow, encouraging people to perform rather than live authentically, right? When I perform today,
to live authentically.
We know that you always seek attention by performing. Right? Wow, almost too big.
When I remember boyfriend.
Why now are you
Chief,
falling?
What are you doing? When the spirit always takes over when we're in church. Yo! Chief, what are you doing?
Relax,
you know those kinds of people.
Like,
like what's happening here? Or those kinds of people, when we're hanging out, it's a very nice social setting, and then those people, those people where they're seeking attention. Yo. Like what, king? keng? Ha ke sharp.
Nah, yeah. Let's pay attention to me, guys.
It's like I'm not
sick.
okay.
And then when nobody pays attention, they just exaggerate. Yo, sana kaulela, like yo.
No, or even start crying.
People are
I've been with
actors,
people where they even start crying.
Why are you crying?
Like the person will genuinely cry. I remember this one time. I'm not gonna give it away because the people might be watching or they might see this.
Yeah.
But we were somewhere. You guys have seen some of the videos I've shared with you guys. So it was the last day. We were together, and it was the last day. Well, it was the last day for the next short while, and then we were gonna come back. I think after a month or so.
Yeah.
So this lady, her spirits were up there, and she was indulging. She was indulging. She had a few, and Mr. P, how I am, especially when it comes to work, guys. I'm very strict about it because I had to learn in the not so greatest of ways, right? That you don't include the two, especially when it comes to work.
Yeah.
More especially if the people you're working with, you've never experienced that kind of space with them. So I would rather prevent it from happening and not do it at all, rather than once you say, maybe no, I'm sorry, rather I leave.
Yeah.
Rather I leave after work. I'll bounce and I'll figure out on my own. So okay, she had a few. So the space that we were making use of, the sliding door was not so great. Right. So myself and some of the gents who were working with, we knew how to handle it nicely and properly. So now she's not there. She's not plugged in that day because she opens it very roughly, so it falls. The glass cracks. Ooh. Right. So I was on the other side of the house, and then so I come back running. Guys, what happened? Did someone get hurt? This one guy we were working with was very upset. And then, okay, we continue doing whatever we're doing because work had to continue. We'll figure this after. Figure it out after. Sure, we do whatever we needed to do. Work is done. Now let's deal with this. I bump into her, I think, into the corridor, or she was in the other room with other girls. They were just giving her that energy, unnecessarily so. Bamufa attention unnecessary. But they were just pampering her and stuff like that, and she was not hurt. Honestly, it felt that she was able to move out the way in time. Nothing happened. But now I think it was a guilt thing. Of course, yeah. So I walk in the room. Hey, are you okay? And Moocee, you're not even giving me attention. What if I'm hurt? What are you doing, dude? You're in the wrong. And I was very honest with her and straightforward. But why you're wrong? And the reason that this happened is because you crossed the line of indulging before work was done. We all wanted to indulge, but we recognized that we have to get the work done first.
You were seeking attention.
Understand? So you want us to feel bad for you, and you're not hurt or wrong. Now we have to deal with this, and we had to make sure that the sliding door was fixed and stuff like that, and she was not involved in it. Did she come back after a while? She didn't.
She didn't.
So
she won't.
So I don't know, man.
It is very interesting, man. Of course, we're going to be just wrapping up with a question. If you're listening and watching right now, let us know what you think using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can send a voice note on 0604933226. The question we're asking is, do you believe in the main character energy, and when was the last time you felt like the star of your own movie? It is 6 minutes past 8. What we're going to do right now is to take a short break, and then when we come back, we are going to give you your news recap on some of the news headlines that you missed. For now, leaving you with the great tunes of Zach, Sugar Free.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi, Gamakasazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE. My name is Moocee.
Check this out.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
It is, of course, the great sounds of Tusabe featuring Mansa, the track titled Swakadi. Of course, starting this morning on a very high energetic note, it is the Vooka Breakfast Show. You are watching us on the YouTube and listening to us on Underground Radio. And of course, if you want to get the app, you can simply download it on both iOS and Android. 12 minutes past 8, it is the time. And now let us give you some of the news headline that you have missed when we began the show. On your first headline, authorities cracked down on Springs illegal gold mining. So what happened is law enforcement raided illegal gold mining operations in Painville Springs, resulting in chaos and 3 arrests. Residents say illicit mining is their only source of income, while the city of Ekurhuleni maintains the activity is dangerous and unlawful. What's next is the authorities remain deployed in the area with ongoing monitoring and community education as residents resist shutting down the operation. On your next news recap, families say South African men in Russia were misled and they were promised training. What happened is 4 South African men rescued from Ukraine returned home after being allegedly misled into the Russia-Ukraine war under false promises of training and lucrative contract. Families thanked Cyril Ramaphosa and the Russian government for negotiating their release. The men believed they were recruited for bodyguard training, not combat, and arrived safely at OR Tambo International Airport. What's next is families are calling for investigations into recruitment networks to prevent similar incidents and ensure accountability. On your last news recap, EFF exits ANC-led coalition in Ekurhuleni governance. The economic freedom fighters withdrew from the ANC-led coalition in Ekurhuleni following a mayoral reshuffle that reduced EFF representation. The coalition, formed in 2023, initially split MMC positions evenly. The EFF accused the African National Congress of politically motivated sidelining rather than performance-based decision. What's next is the EFF will move into opposition, pledging strict oversight of the executive as political tension in the metro continues. That's all for your news headlines. If you have any of your thoughts and sentiments you want to share, you can use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and can send your voice note on 060-493-3226.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature.
Let's
go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakhosazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moocee Mist. On the Vooka.
And of course, you know that we always bring you everything that speaks to some of the historical moments that took place, right? I need you, of course, to be ready for this one because we've got some interesting historical moment that we are going to be unpacking. So I just need you guys to take us through what do we have and who are we looking into when it comes to today in history.
Very, 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 very interesting stuff. The time right about now is 15 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock on a Friday morning, the 20th of February. I want you to keep engaging with us. So send through your voice notes, your comments, and everything else in between, right? And how you can do that is by you using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it continues where you and I can continue interacting with each other. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. I want you to comment, to like, to subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I, Mo, Afriberry, Mr. B, and KK can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Some of the things that have occurred right here in history is a very recent one. Back in 2024, Beyonce is the first, or was the first, black female artist to top Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart with her country single, Texas Hold'em. Texas Hold'em. Do you know the song?
I think that's the song, if I'm not mistaken, it won the Grammy. And the Grammy that was taken from Billie Eilish.
The one that she does the
when you do that, when you do that, now all I remember is I'm a single lady. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Beyonce.
Look, I'm also not so big on her, like as of her music. But in terms of her vocal ability, that lady is crazy, man.
Powerful.
One moment for me that happened. One energy moment, you know, main character energy
sharing
moment.
The stage with her.
Sharing the stage with Beyonce. I don't think a lot of people are aware of that. Well, a lot of people are, but I barely ever talk about it.
Yeah.
You know,
because now you don't want to be that guy. Everywhere you go, you
know, when you walk in the room, I now was still on Beyonce. You know, that happened to me, you know, in 2018, that December, when it happened. Little kids in the streets ended up, well, not necessarily ended up, but would refer to me as Beyonce. Beyonce. That's funny. But yeah, guys, I did share the stage with Beyonce, and that was a main character energy spike for me, guys. Like I was the guy who started the song Halo at the 2018 Global Citizen Festival that took place at the FNB Stadium.
I fell on that day.
You fell?
Yeah, I was.
That was crazy show.
You fell on the stage?
No, I was working the VIP. So Moocee and I look on stage. Me, I was working at the VIP.
Okay.
And I was pregnant with my son and I fell. I saw my crush, and then I fell.
Who's your crush? Jay-Z?
DJ Sabi.
Sorry, I'm not firing shots, ne? But I feel like this is a perfect example because
of the MC syndrome, right?
Because it's cool.
His moment is far more.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a perfect example.
I
know. Now I do it time to time.
No, we all do it.
Causing
we all do it.
Because there was a time that this, was also done to me.
Okay.
Because back in college, so we from campus, we go to this place, Yamampela, they're selling chips.
I know,
right?
Yamampela, go Pramda.
So because I am a huge football fan.
Okay.
I almost know every sports presenter in South Africa, right? We saw Tato Moyeng, Yamampela, right? Yeah. So, I don't even like the way I reacted in that moment. It was
Were
not
you fangirling or fanboying?
When you see someone but you are scared to go to them and take a picture, right? And we are on the same table. Kenya say, and she's talking to her assistant right there. I can see her. Yo, guys, this is Tato Moeng, right? And my friend can see her. I can see you feel uneasy. What's going on? Can't you see who's this, man? And I'm like, this is Tato Moeng. Go to her, then talk to her and ask for a picture. And what he did for that moment, he took a video. Yes.
Okay.
Man, Tato. Man. So he took a video and a picture, right? And then after the moment, we go back to campus.
I don't know her.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay.
We go back to campus, and then obviously it's my moment. Yo, guys, you couldn't be you won't believe.
I was standing right next to Tato Moeng.
You won't believe, guys. I was standing next to Tato Moeng, right? This other girl is it reminds me when I saw a Vinita.
But it's not about that.
My moment was gone.
I can imagine.
It was gone. Because she had to talk about when they were in where they were sitting, the drinks, everything. It was gone. But for me, I was just living in my head, and you can't take it away
going
from
through that
me.
experience.
Yeah. Right. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Man, very proper stuff. I think this guy actually, Mr. B, please rewind about 20 seconds, which is so funny. There's this guy who appears there and he's crying. I actually know this guy.
Oh,
I know this guy.
This guy,
he acted on one SABC2 drama
as a gay, ne? Gay character.
Yes, wow. His character was Gamo on that show.
Yes. But he actually he this is him even in real life. So I met him. No, he's no, man, not to go to your car, but
he's part of the LGBTQI
community. But he's actually such a cool guy. But in 2015, I think I met him in 2013 or 14. Then coincidentally in 2015, he was one of the designers for this show I was a part of. My first actually theater show. It was called Color Me Human.
Yeah,
man, and so then. When I saw this video, I'm like, wait, he was right at the front of the stage when I was on stage at the Global Citizen, which was crazy, So that was it's still a highlight for me to this day, Mr. Mo. Having sung,
guys,
having started Halo, and when it hit me, it didn't hit me in the moment. It didn't hit me in the moment. It didn't hit me even a week after. It wasn't until videos started coming out and people were reacting to it. You know those people who react to big events and
who's that guy? Find me that guy.
And so Halo was okay. Maybe for some reason. The reason was that Beyonce was singing with a South African choir, youth choir, right? That was part of the reason. And then obviously they're going through the whole show and talking about the show. And then, okay, let's watch why Halo is a big deal. And then I came across these two brothers, I think the Dow brothers or something like that. And they were reacting to it. Guys, these people react to proper stuff.
Yeah.
They react, when you go on their channel, they react to crazy vocalists.
So they reacted to that one.
They reacted to that video. And so I come up on stage. So after, just before we sang, we were in the wing, right? We were in the wing waiting. Jay-Z comes. He just changed into a different outfit, and he comes and he's hanging out with us. He's like, hey guys, you guys are so cool, man. We listen to some of your music. Hey, blah 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 blah. Great stuff. Trevor Noah is here. Tando Tabeta is here. Asha is here. All these big names are there backstage. More big proper names, my guy. Ed Sheeran passes us. He goes on stage. Dude, like we're there. This was crazy. Now thinking about it, Ed Sheeran walks past us. He gets on stage. They sing Ave Maria. No, not Ave Maria. King Pina with Ed Sheeran. I forget what the song is. Then after that song, Beyonce sings Ave Maria, and that was the cue song for us. Immediately after she ends that song, I'm the first one who has to walk onto stage. So we're waiting. Ed Sheeran comes out. Beyonce starts singing Ave Maria. And then we're waiting there. And then the song ends. And so we have in-ears, right? The talkback system. Yeah. So they tell us, go. Because get rush work, chief. Everything is timed at this point. So
imagine.
we walk on. I walk on very quickly. And this is something I've never said publicly. So I actually stood a line forward than I had to. But it worked. It didn't, I mean, you wouldn't know when. Yeah. Watching the thing now as it's playing on your screen, you wouldn't know. Yeah. So I was supposed to stand on this line. I went a step further. And then we stand there. We had about 10 seconds for all of us to like assemble, right? Yeah. We stand there and then the system goes 1, 2, 3. And I had to go, the choir goes, guys, Beyonce was literally, she was as far as you are to me right now, which was a crazy moment. So that's I think for the rest of my life is going to be one of my main character energy moments, man. It was crazy, man. People who knew me from high school were like, Moocee, no, we knew you've been singing forever. Even in class, chief, you would break out into a song like
Beyonce knows you, dog.
The other moment that hit me, this was actually such a huge deal, was when a couple of articles online came out and my name was there. Moocee Mess. So that was crazy. Man, I was a featured artist at the Global Citizen 2018. Along with the Mzansi Youth Choir, and it was cool, man. It was amazing. Course, I have other moments, of course. I have other moments, but this one I think is the biggest one to date.
Stands out.
It stands out completely. I wouldn't say it's my best because I've had smaller performances that have outperformed this one for me personally, where I felt like, I lifted all on stage. But this one is absolutely a highlight. So with that being said, the reason I was talking about Beyonce is that in February of 2024, she made history when her single, or her country single rather, Texas Hold'em, debuted at number 1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart, making her the first black female artist to ever achieve this milestone. Released alongside 16 carriages during Super Bowl weekend, the track quickly soared thanks to strong streaming sales and airplay. While 16 carriages entered the chart at number 9, this achievement not only expanded Beyonce's genre reach, but also marked a cultural breakthrough in country music, highlighting her ability to transcend boundaries and reshape the industry's landscape. Proper stuff. I remember
it is.
There was a lot of talk when the song came out. Beyonce, it's a country music. And people had to be schooled. Actually, the whole Texas thing with cowboys and country music and that kind of lifestyle is stemmed from black people. Yeah. It was appropriated. And it was turned into as if it's a white thing. But it was from history. It was a black thing, you know? So it was very interesting and crazy to find some of those things out. In another very recent thing, Oh, okay. This one is not so recent. This happened back in 1970. On the 20th of February, the Springbok team received the State President Sports Award from J.J. Forshire in Cape Town's Castle. Despite South Africa being banned from international competitions, the medal and certificate were handed to team manager Corey Bowman and later displayed at the SARB headquarters. The award recognized the team's discipline and sportsmanship through its meritus were questionable given the lack of international opposition at the time, with Frank Waring serving as Minister of Sport. So this is very interesting.
It is.
During the apartheid era,
Yeah.
all South African national teams were banned from international competition.
Yeah.
You know?
And also it speaks to what is happening right now.
Yeah.
As when you look at the accolades and when European countries speak of their history, they are awarded because of the rich history they have. But now the FAs have came forward and say, I don't think we should award that because you made things unfair for other countries. The rules did not allow other countries to come and compete, right? You can't say because we are not allowed to participate in this tournament in 2025 and then in 2030 we are now allowed.
Yes.
Then when we have to count the achievements that we have, when now you go back to when I was banned.
Yes.
So that also
Yes,
speaks
Mo.
to that. So it is very interesting on how the FAs and the countries have fought, to become equal and be treated as fair as they can
I
when
can
it comes
imagine.
to the sporting world.
Yeah. Very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. And then on the last history lesson that we have for you, this one took place back in 1993. President F.W. de Klerk reshuffled his cabinet in a move widely seen as preparing South Africa for its first multiracial elections. The changes, effective from the 1st of April in 1993, reduced the cabinet's size and, for the first time, included non-white members of parliament in ministerial posts. Several senior figures retired, making way for new ideas and younger leadership, while appointments from the colored and Indian houses of parliament marked a symbolic step toward inclusivity. Although de Klerk considered appointing an African minister, he decided against it, citing electoral sensitivities, and the ANC criticized the reshuffle as insufficiency.
Yeah. So the way F. de Klerk and the history that you have went through, do you think the decision that they took to be inclusive and now have non-white members in parliament, it was a decision that came from deep down their heart to say this is what we want?
So when you go through, and I know we've touched just a little bit on this one, right, Mo?
Yeah.
But at the time, what we're taught, or what you find out as you read and go through some of these things, is that de Klerk wanted to emerge at the time as a hero of the struggle. Right. So this was just after President Botha's tenure, right, in the presidency. But at the time, he wanted to emerge as the struggle's hero.
Yeah.
So it was strategic moves that the National Party was doing at the time, or was making and taking. And so what happened was that the NP, much like the ANC in itself, because the ANC in itself towards 94 was split, ended up being split in between, and so thus you find other parties emerging from the ANC, right?
MK.
Well, the MK was the right wing. MK is still the right wing of the ANC, or the military wing of the ANC, right? But much like the ANC, the leadership of the ANC was split between leadership that was incarcerated and was in jail, and leadership that was on the ground, still in country, and leadership that was in exile, right? And so what a lot of people struggled with, especially when it comes to the TRC at the time, people were literally waiting to fight. Black people were waiting to fight after Mandela was released from prison, right? And so he comes out and he's like, no, let's forgive them. That's where the struggle and the frustration was for a lot of NC members, and for a lot of actually most of the black society was like, wait, Chief, what are you talking about?
What's going on?
Like, what are you saying? After so long, now we have opportunity to fight back.
Yeah.
And do to them what they did to us, you know. But he was like, no, let's turn the other cheek, guys. Let's reconcile. And that's how that's part of how the TRC was formed. So much like that, even with the National Party was split in between, and the breakaway of it was the CP, the Conservative Party. All right, and so de Klerk wanted to emerge as the hero, and people who shied away or who gravitated towards the Conservative Party were people who wanted the status quo to remain at the time, all right, and didn't want any change. And this is something that I've talked about when we're hanging out in here. And this is a post I came across on social media. And the post was talking about how white women in South Africa during the apartheid era were living their best lives ever. They were living their best lives ever because they didn't have to clean, cook, wash, do anything. They'll just go shopping, relax, go to parks, and for the most part, not that they were not working or not that all of them were not working, but for the most part, it was centered around that. And so that's how the Conservative Party was formed, and because these were people who wanted the status quo to remain. And so de Klerk, in making all of these moves and wanting to seem inclusive, and it wasn't necessarily something that they really innately believed in, but it was strategic moves to try and mitigate the aftermath of what would happen if the black society had an upper hand. Because now South Africa was sanctioned from quite a lot of things, from industry, from trade, from sports, like we just read, from a lot of these things, you know, and people, the rest of the world was standing against the apartheid regime and against the National Party.
Started to get support from other countries
as well, right? And thus you see, and this is a conversation we'll have, it's just that I barely ever like talking about politics, but you see a lot of the leadership of the struggle were men and women who are very learned, because they went overseas and they studied more. They really studied concepts, Leninism, Stalinism, Marxism, right? What the civil rights movement stood for. And you had struggle leaders like Steve Biko, who for the longest of times were not recognized as a threat to the National Party. But the BC, the Black Consciousness Movement was a huge deal. To this day, I think it's something that as the Black society, we still need to look thoroughly into, you know. So those are some of the things, man, that we come across. But we'll have that conversation sometime in future. But it's an interesting conversation.
There's a movie that I was watching yesterday. It was directed by, is it Kagisoli Dikane?
Okay.
Yeah, so the name of the movie is the Republic of Rosa. It's Republic of Sauda, you know, but they use this name that I can't say, would start with an S, right? So they're trying to depict and have an idea of what really happened and what led Mandela, you know, to make a decision of us coming together, and we don't have to retaliate to some of the things that the regime has done to the white people. So there's a scene where Loyiso Kola plays Mandela. You know, so these guys are planning to say, okay, how can we make this guy to be on our side and not retaliate? So they take Mandela to a party, you know, they gave him shots.
That's funny.
And he slept with, you know, several women.
Mandela
right. So it's they tried to also spike his drink, but Mandela gave the drink to some other guy.
and that guy was spiked.
Yeah, and the guy was spiked and he died, right? So when he go back to his prison cell, because they took him from his prison cell and they took him to a party.
Okay.
Had shots, had weed, and he wrote a letter to Botha to say, I think it was de Klerk or Botha.
Yeah.
Wrote a letter and say the weed was good, the party was good, I love the shots.
It was on, my bro.
But I declined your offer. So Mandela declined the offer.
Okay.
Yeah, declined the offer. So they just took that moment but didn't go further into what happened.
Sure.
Right. So also that speaks to what other people
have in terms of what really happened, because there are so many movies, even in Hollywood, they try to depict in terms of how Mandela's mind was changed. Because they were expecting someone who is going to retaliate and fight
definitely.
these people.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is that Mandela was the face of the struggle, but he wasn't necessarily the forefront guy.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people, man. People like Mam Winnie Mandela. That lady was the forefront, at the literal forefront. That lady physically, psychologically, emotionally fought the struggle. Winnie went toe to toe, toe to toe, and they tried to break her spirit as best as they could. And they didn't understand how is it that a black woman can have so much courage and fight in her. And I feel bad for that lady because she passed on still a very bitter woman. Even in her old age, she was very bitter. If you were to look back towards the end of her life, those last couple of years, if you were to look under her eyes, she had like a bit of black under her eyes, like
tea bags,
because it was bitterness and lack of sleep deprivation for the longest of times. Like they would keep her awake, music, trying to break her will and her spirit. Like she would go on for like 4 days without sleeping. And when you read some of these things, man, like some of the atrocities that happened during the apartheid, we don't really now understand it, especially 90s, 2000 kids, like all those who were born after the struggle. All right. I would argue and say like late 80s towards the 90s coming down this way, we don't necessarily understand
what really happened.
But you get why, or you can somewhat try and put yourself in those shoes of people who say, I still don't like that other race. Well, understand.
I mean, watching it, it also played this psychological role of being in chains also. Because you are just watching.
It was mental enslavement. It was mental enslavement. And that's some of the things that PCM tries to teach us. If you read some of the teachings that Steve Biko employed, shout out, Mr. B, shout out, Steve Biko. We are out here, right? If you read some of the teachings of Steve Biko, man, that man was amazing. That man was learned like no one's business, and he really tried to instill in the black society, in the black person, that you have to have self-worth and self-recognition and self-love, right, and self-appreciation as a black person. But never affects if we start talking about politics and things.
It's history, man.
It is, and it's very interesting for us who did history in high school and who still read up from time to time. It's very, very, very interesting. Today we are actually celebrating the 51st day. 51 days into the year 2026, and we're only left with 314 days till we say goodbye 2026 and hello 2027. This week we're ending off not 45th, but we are left with 45 weeks till we say goodbye 2026.
Till we end the year.
Mam Tembi, I see you. Very, very proper stuff, right? But as is today the 51st day, we are also celebrating World Day of Social Justice. It is World Day of Social Justice that is observed annually on the 20th of February since 2009, and it was established by the United Nations to highlight the importance of fairness. Right, as we were talking about all things history and apartheid and the South African history that happened in the country, right? To the importance of fairness, dignity, and equal opportunities. Right, the day focuses on tackling global issues such as poverty, unemployment, exclusion, and gender inequality, while promoting decent work and human rights. Each year's theme emphasizes concrete action toward eradicating barriers that prevent people from living in dignity, reminding governments, organizations, and individuals of their collective responsibility to build a more inclusive and just society.
Yeah, and as of today in South Africa, there are a lot of people who still complain about the social injustices that we have, right? Because people are not seeing what is really written down in the Constitution, right? We have the Bill of Rights, where everyone, they are supposed to follow what the Constitution is saying and the Bill of Rights are saying. People are practicing their rights, but they don't see what comes with practicing the rights. I have the right to shelter, I have the right to education, but when you see the state of the nation right now in terms of people not having housing, people not having jobs, people not having equal access to water, to electricity, it speaks a lot, because some of those focus areas, I think social protection, one of the things that they are focusing on is the violence that is happening in South Africa, because people are just focusing on violence on women, not violence against men and women and men against men, because the shocking stats that they have discovered is a lot of women are killing kids.
Oh wow.
And there's no focus on that into, okay, how are we not putting a focus on that? How can we prevent a lot of women to stop killing kids, right? So I think this day, man, it should be an every month thing, just to raise awareness.
More noise should be
of
made
the
about
social justice, because there are people who don't understand what is to have social justice in living in your country.
Definitely.
And having those benefits.
Yeah.
A very interesting one.
Very interesting stuff, man. And so as we are recognizing World Day of Social Justice, we need to be caring about those people who are suffering from injustices, right? And so in concurrence with that, we're also celebrating World Care Day. World Care Day, observed annually in February, and it is the world's largest celebration of the world's largest celebration of children and young people with care experience, particularly those in foster care, Mr. Mo.
Yeah.
Founded by the Create Foundation. It aims to raise awareness, challenge stereotypes, and highlight the strengths and achievements of care-experienced youth. Each year carries a theme, such as 2026's theme of Breaking Barriers, to inspire communities to reflect on the value of care, amplify young voices, and take action to remove obstacles that hinder their growth and opportunities. Right?
As youth, do we care for each other?
I think we do, but when push comes to shove and we have to dig down, I think we are concerned more than we care for each other, especially if people are not in your immediate circle.
Yeah.
I think we've gotten to a point in society, and it's not just part of as the youth. I think for the most part, people are like, "I must born each to their own," and we've lost that one of the core values of Ubuntu, of you are because I am because you are, and really being there for each other as individuals. It could be a random stranger, you know. Man, I don't want to mention what happened last night, but there's this guy Mo, and I'll tell you after the show. It's just not nice, and I felt bad that I couldn't do more. For him, and but I think we're concerned, not even in general, we're concerned in the moment. It's like, ooh, what's happening? And not for the right reasons even. We're quick to open our phones and take videos take pictures. But we are not necessarily, really caring like that. And it's sad.
Reacting in the right way.
It's sad. It's sad.
There's no more consideration out in the world that's happening right now. People now lack empathy, and it's pretty unfortunate, because speaking of which, sorry to say this, but last year there's a guy who was walking as I was walking home, who was he with dog, and he just fell. Like, he fell so bad that he ended up cutting his shoulder. And then when I tried to help him, he refused. because he thought that I had my phone out to take a video. I was like, no. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not even trying to help you because I want to gain some certain amount of clout or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just generally concerned about you being okay, like right now. Just sit up straight, relax your feet, get some blood circulation going on so that you become nice and okay, because it was very sad. He was so sad and he was just going through a whole midlife crisis at that moment.
Yeah.
That nigga, that person became emotional at that point. I was like, okay, do you need anything? I like, do you need toilet paper? Can I run somewhere and get you a cup of water? It's like, I don't understand why you help him. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm perfect or anything like that, but at this moment you need a helping hand and I'm willing to lend it.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe tomorrow I might end up falling and you'll be the one picking me up.
Yeah.
So showing some gratitude and sincerity is not a sin. So
Yeah, caring for each other, because I also feel like the word care is used carelessly, in societies, because I feel like if we are celebrating, young people with care experience, we also need now to stretch it to say, do we care about the people who are in our circles? Do we care for our families? Like, do we even care about ourselves? Because a lot of people will just tell you, nah, I don't care. Like, whatever happens, I don't care.
I say solve. My friends and I used to say that. I say solve.
So it's all Antwana, and I think it also applies in so many ways in terms of, okay, if we are saying we're celebrating days like the World Caring Day, like, let's start from the foundation. Do you even have the foundation of caring? Because from other people, it's like, maybe if I give a sort of monetary value, then my care will have some sort of value. But it's those smallest things that really count for people to go out and explore themselves. But World Caring Day is a very interesting international day to celebrate.
Definitely, especially for those kids who are in the foster system.
It's definitely something that people need to start doing and making sure that we all show love and empathy out there, because sonke siyakowisha emhlabeni. And another thing that is also about caring, but this one is also specifically designed for kids under the age of 12 to 36 months who have mobility problems, and I'm talking about the Permobile Explorer Mini. So the Permobile Explorer Mini is a powered mobile device designed specifically for very young children, ages between 12 to 36 months with mobility impairments. It helps them experience self-initiated movement and exploration at an earlier age, supporting developmental milestones like strength, endurance, a postural control. Its ergonomic design provides multiple weight-bearing surfaces for safe upright positioning, while its approachable aesthetic and its also adjustable features encourage independence and interaction with the environment. In essence, it's both a therapeutic and empowerment tool that blends play with early childhood mobility support. So that is something that some kids need, because I do know that some people, like there's one in my street who suffers from mobility. So I think that if they knew earlier, it would have been something that was going to be beneficial for them. And thank God for that invention, because we definitely do know that some people really do need help with that one. They definitely do. And then now we're also heading over to celebrate some amazing days where people are born and they're also celebrated for just being alive. And the first one that we have is Olivia Rodrigo. Now, Olivia Rodrigo was born in 2003 on February the 20th and is actually turning 23 this year. Now, her rise to fame is that she's a pop singer actress, first recognized for starring as Grace Thomas in Grace Stays Up Success. And an interesting fact about her is that she was born half deaf in her left ear, so she often positions herself on people's left side when talking to her so that she can actually hear them better. And then right now we're going to be talking about a lady who always throws up and is talking about money bags and has been making some amazing moves when it comes to her Fenty range. And we are talking about Rihanna, born in 1998 on the 20th of February and is turning 38 years today. Now, she is a pop and R&B star who rose to fame with Umbrella and Good Girl Gone Bad, but for some of us, we only know her for Ponder Replay, and she is currently uncertain but strongly speculated to be married to the one and only A$AP Rocky. Now, the fact is that she won her high school beauty pageant at 16 just before launching her music career.
Aish mariri bafethu. Yo. One thing.
This guy, Mr. P, are you listening to what this guy
This is mariri, dog. Like, guys, wait. The thing is, you don't understand.
Let us know.
Thing is, man, I think because I'm not someone who was very huge on crushes, Rihanna became my crush, like for the longest of days.
Okay.
And there's this thing as guys, we do. I think it's practice masculinity, right? Whereby when you grow up, you don't listen to Beyonce, man. You need to listen to hardcore music. You're a man, right?
I listen to Beyonce.
So,
well, not like actively, but
I would listen to Rihanna secretly.
I'm a real boy, but
Like Yo, guys, Rihanna is like her music and her vocals, man. Like they just strike you where you want.
Okay.
You understand? Because what I would do is after school, because I had this Y220 Huawei, né?
Okay.
So at home I had a memory card that when I get home, in order for me to listen to Rihanna's songs, I would insert the memory card, because I know at school when we said each other, you might Ntwana mamela Rihanna, like guys will laugh at you, and I'm not talking about that laugh, the laugh that will crumble your self-esteem.
Skakri, you know, James used to say that.
Guys, but Rihanna, man, has she's beautiful.
Okay.
I'm Mariri.
So do you know all the songs and the words, or did you at the time?
No, I don't.
You didn't know the lyrics.
There's a way I listen to music, right? And I think more than anything, when paying attention to lyrics, like vocals plays a very huge, because I remember her on Love with Future, if I'm not mistaken. When she gets in there, man, she crushed it. She crushed the whole verse that was, just dedicated into this love thing that the song had to do. But I mean, really till this day, guys.
There's one song that I love, Rihanna. There's one song. I'm forgetting it. I'm confusing it with If I Were a Boy, Beyonce. What's the other song, man?
Do you know Roulette?
No, man, it's an old song. It's in Pinanyana. Because I'm not in a bad way, but I'm not.
These ones they hit hard, bro. Yo.
Sorry?
A short of Man Down.
No, it's not it's Man Down.
Okay, Man Down is also good, but I love the...
It's not I Shot a Man Down, it's Man Down.
Ooh. There's a jazz feel one that I came across. Not like you. Whack. No, man, there's this song.
Isn't it like Love on the Brain?
No, must be Love on the Brain. That's man. This is like back then. Afriberry. What's that song, man? Think of If I Were a Boy.
I don't wanna do this anymore.
No, but you're not too far though, Afriberry. I remember it. That's the one that I
Rihanna,
not If I Were a Boy. Why am I thinking of If I Were a Boy?
Because the melody is the same.
I can have you in a minute.
I see. No.
Is it a single or part of the album?
No, you're thinking about Beyonce with that one.
Still?
Yeah, it's
but
still
there's
Beyonce.
another song. Yeah, that's the one song.
Another Umbrella?
No, not Umbrella. Man.
It's not Another Umbrella. You guys.
No.
Really, man.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man, and her Super Bowl performance.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
With the Bailey Baba, she had
there's something that she does with her voice when she, comes with a deep voice and she kind of cracks it.
Look, man, from me personally, from a vocal standpoint, Rihanna is not necessarily like the greatest of singers.
Sheesh,
Rihanna doesn't necessarily have the greatest of voices.
Yeah.
But she makes use of what she has. She uses what she has very good.
She's creative.
But in terms of going head to toe, like toe to toe, like vocally, so Ariana is at the bottom of the list. Man. I'm sorry, for me personally, like
for me, she's number one.
With the people that she's going against, we're talking pure vocal ability here. Against Beyonce, because she recently had like a Twitter beef back and forth with Beyonce. right? I don't know if it's recent or it's an old, but I came across the post and the fire shots towards each other. Hey, you do this. I'm consistent. I come in once without practicing and whatever. But the honest truth is that she cannot stand with Beyonce vocally. She would not stand with Christina Aguilera vocally. She wouldn't stand with Kimangwanyana or Ektanko Wicked, the Ariana Grande. She wouldn't stand with Ariana Grande vocally. Those are people who are on the level that she's playing on. In terms of hits and songs that are on that level, who's this girl on Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift also vocally for me, but she does nice music for Swifties, good, guys. You know. But Rihanna is like those lazy singers.
Riri is good, man.
You know,
Riri is
for me,
good,
that's just me. That's just my personal take on her.
Yeah.
But she has nice music. She has
nice
good
music
man.
And the message that her music carries, man. I feel like she's also on the path. Tabo, who does love songs?
Taylor Swift, right? Hey, but Taylor Lena, man.
Are
you a Swiftie?
I know, man. Bobo Adele. She's there, you know, but obviously she's that one who is heartbroken, but also in relation.
There's more to it.
And then the fact that you can switch from different genres is also pretty interesting.
Aye, bruh, like in terms of, because they would say this music is this music
pop.
The music that has bad spirits. What do they call it?
Sema something.
Spirits.
I don't know.
Yeah, for this music is I think it has that. Okay. Like it has me, because you guys, now I understand.
You're under the trance now.
Yeah, now I understand why people will be like obsessed with these people, man. Like people will just cry. Why would you cry because of a performance, right? But happy birthday to Riri, man.
Very
happy
definitely.
birthday.
Yes, man. Happy birthday to Riri. And not forgetting UDW, the man who made headlines when it came to the Grammys this year after taking a shot at Donald Trump and Nicki Minaj. I am talking about the one and only Mr. Trevor Noah. Now, he was also born in 1984 on the 20th of Feb, and he's turning 42. He's turning 42 this year. Now, his wife's famous that is a comedian who has released stand-up comedy specials called The Day Wo Katita Biba Fate. Do you know? Have you ever watched it?
I've watched everything that says Trevor Noah.
Oh, you remember it? It's like, guys, so I came there and I told my guys that, guys, I'm not an albino. They're like, no, we know. We are all people. You see, that part killed me in there. And then, yes, he released his own comedy specials called The Day Walker and Crazy Normal. Now, he is not married, but supposedly rumored to be gay. And then another interesting fact about him is that he's fluent in multiple languages, including English, Afrikaans, Zulu, Xhosa, Tswana, and German. So happy birthday to Mr. Trevor Noah.
One of the intelligent comedians of all time.
Guy's learned, man. That guy reads. I don't care who says what. That guy reads.
Every day, I think every time when I go into my Facebook, right, watching reels, I always come across, right? Because I watch more than anything. You cannot go to a Trevor Noah show and
not learn something,
not learn anything. You understand?
Watch,
man. Yeah. That's why the Grammys, they decided like this is the guy that we need to go with. I mean, he hosted the Grammys for the sixth time.
Yeah. That guy is smart, man. He plays those pockets like no one's business. Man.
Yeah,
he's clued in. He knows how to play the pockets, how to play. Into those spaces, and knows how far to push as well. But the one video that still stands out for me is the one. Who's the guy that he does the special with? His podcast with. Who's that comedian guy?
Wakamo.
Yes.
With the beard.
Yes. That guy.
Why get a Trevor? Why get a Trevor Gumbi? Eugene Koza.
He does the podcast with Eugene Koza.
Yeah.
Years ago, before he relocated to the States, they did this video. Do you know that video where he's wearing a grey suit with Eugene Koza and Bonang?
Yeah, Bonang, I know that video.
What? You just come into the table like that.
That's good. It was iconic.
I love it when he does the accent of black people speaking English. And I don't know if you are aware, right? But that accent is derived from the teachings of Gibson Kent, right? So the one I can think of, the example I can think of, is when he did what's the thing, the skit on one of his specials where he did. Chepo, you teach me now. Don't you king? What's the word? Management. That accent that he uses there, right, is an accent. So watch SABC2 dramas. Remember those dramas? Those dramas that play on SABC2 late at night. Oh well, they used to. Around that era. This is the late 80s, 90s, late 90s into the 2000s, right? So those dramas, the teachings, the acting style of that time was largely influenced by Gibson and teachings, right? So think the one example I can also think of is Sarafina. Sarafina, you know where Somizi tears the washing powder. In Sarafina, where he tells Kobe, right? So the way you must take it, mama. Like really teachings, the way they speak. So he's amazing when he does that. And in that video with Eugene Koza and Bonang Matebe, he does an amazing job. You slept with him. How could you do that? You know, it's very fun.
He kills the accents. And shout out to the Trevor Noah Foundation, man. You know, because one of the mandates they talk about that kids of today are being told to be leaders of tomorrow, but they're not given the tools. So they tell people to follow their dreams, but they can only dream of what they can imagine. And depending on where you come from, your imagination can be quite limited.
Yeah.
It's from Trevor Noah. And I also want to read the book Born a Crime. Very interesting book.
Definitely. I
Very
think
interesting book.
It would be.
Yeah, so shout out, man. Happy birthday to the one and only Trevor Noah.
So I was watching Microsoft Ignite. I think it's one of the events. Ne?
Yeah.
So they were announcing a Surface tablet.
A what?
Surface tablet.
Surface.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's a computer. It's just a brand name.
Oh.
So in the crowd, man.
Yeah.
In the crowd,
You saw Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
It's because Moocee was talking, so he was asking you to switch.
Cool. So, what is Trevor doing in the audience?
Yeah.
At a tech event, right? So I later learned through the Trevor Noah Foundation that they do have a partnership with Microsoft, and we once went to a school in El Dorado Park where his foundation also works in one of the high schools there.
Yeah.
So that donated a number of tablets there, right? So yeah, they're doing big work.
Yeah.
No, he's that guy.
Yeah, because I saw him talk to the president of Microsoft, Brad Smith. But one of those moments that we were talking about earlier, the MCE.
Yeah.
Did you see that one got Busta Rhymes where they meet up outside?
Yes.
Outside.
Yes.
And then it's just
And
reciting
he
his
sings the
lyrics.
lyrics back to Busta. And people like took it in a bad way. Why is he doing that? He's not a rapper. It's like, no, guys, he's a fan. He's a fan of Busta. He grew up
Busta was
listening
busted,
to
he was
Busta.
surprised,
Yeah. So it's like, it's crazy, man. It
is, man. And very huge shout out to him.
Definitely.
May he continue with the work that he.
Do you guys have anyone else celebrating their birthdays?
Nope.
One birthday that I want to highlight, right? Two. I have two I want to highlight. The first one is our very own brother here in studio. On Tuesday, I did ask, who is celebrating their birthdays, guys? Like, who's on Tuesday, right? And this guy only tells us after the show. Actually, how Banele and I found out is not through him telling us. It's through him speaking over the phone and telling someone was calling him to wish him a happy birthday. And that's how Chief, why didn't you mention it during the show? Because I asked, it's like, Moocee, I wanted to. So guys, our very own brother right here in the studio, KK Kokezo, was celebrating his birthday this past Tuesday, man.
Shout out.
He was celebrating his birthday this past Tuesday. And I just wanted to wish him a very, very, very huge, happy belated birthday. For the rest of the month, it's still about him, and all of those who are celebrating their birthdays in February. Then the last one is one that happened. Sure. Happy birthday, KK. Do you want to say something?
Speech.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
You're absolutely welcome, my brother. We really hope it was a good one. I mean, we were hanging out together in studio on Tuesday, right? But happy birthday, my brother.
Yeah, and I did enjoy my day, like especially like I had like the fact I had to animate.
Oh yes.
It was like it's been a long time
since you did that. Yeah.
I animated on my birthday, so I was like, hey, I didn't think of this.
Hey, shout out.
Huge shout out, man. Huge shout out.
I love it. Proper stuff. And then the last birthday that I have, Mr. Mo, is a very cool friend of mine. This guy, I met him back in 2012, and we've been friends ever since. So we've known each other for quite some time, and we met back in high school. And this is Umtutuzi, as you are seeing on your screen if you're hanging out with us on YouTube. Tragwana. Tricks and tricks. You know whom Trawana is? Tutuzi is the one. You remember when we were talking about tattoos? He sent a picture of his tattoos.
Oh.
And he's the one in December or those last few weeks. He spoke about Upupula. You know, this is the guy who was sending that, man. So a huge shout out to him too, guys. He celebrated his birthday on Wednesday. Celebrated his birthday on Wednesday. Because on Wednesdays I'm not here usually. And then yesterday, yeah, man, there was just a lot happening in the show, so I couldn't wish him a happy belated birthday. So, huge birthday to you, Bragg. I really hope that the day was filled with nothing but love and great moments, man. And this weekend we have Baba. See, on. So from us,
wait. Before you close it down, Mo, can you go to our WhatsApp line? Because I remember that I sent a picture of my grandma that was a birthday yesterday. So the lady was turning 74 yesterday.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, she was saying yes, Subanele. She was turning 74 yesterday.
You were turning 74.
No, my grandmother, Mo.
Oh, I get out of here. It was me that was turning 74.
No, my grandmother was the fourth member in my family that's born in Feb.
Yeah.
And she was turning 74 yesterday. So happy birthday, Mooketsi Maimane. I hope she had a fantastic day yesterday. Although not since I got clinic to check her high blood, but she enjoyed her day. It was an amazing day for her. And I know that on Monday I'll also be celebrating another grandmother's birthday again. So she's the last one in the family closing off the month. Then we're done. It's a lot at home. It's a lot.
Yeah. Guys, when you guys celebrate your birthdays this early, like for the rest of the year, later in, like I always am fascinated. Like what do you guys do? Like do you wait again and you celebrate other people's? I mean, we all wait a year, but it feels like so early in the year. But anyway, from us as the Vooka Breakfast Show, as the Vooka Nation, as the Vooka team, Mr. Mo, please help me. We would love to say
Happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah!
Hip hip hooray!
Hooray!
Hooray! Nice one, man. So from us as the Vooka Breakfast Show, we would love to wish everyone who celebrated their birthdays in the week and who are celebrating their birthdays today. We hope the rest of the day, the weekend, the month, and the coming year will be filled with nothing but love, laughter, and great moments, creating amazing memories with loved ones, man. Filled with so much abundance, success, and nothing but amazing stuff. You guys absolutely deserve it. So, moving right along, we're going to take a break. But before we get to that, we have a VN that came through. But I also want to give you the word of the day very quickly. And the word for today on a Friday morning, the 20th of February, 2026, is... am I right here? Am I saying the right thing? Okay, lachrymose. The word is lachrymose. Let me try to see if the word that I have here, I don't want to give you wrong words, right? But it should be the correct word. Yes, the word is lachrymose, and this word is an adjective. How you spell this word is as follows: LACHRYMOSE. LOCHRYMOSE. This word is an adjective, lachrymose. The definition or the meaning of the word is tearful or inclined to weeping, being mournful. Tearful or inclined to weeping, being mournful. How you can use this word in a sentence is as follows: her lachrymose verses carried sorrow, fragile, tender, and deeply human. Her lachrymose verses carried sorrow, fragile, tender, and deeply human. Similar words include mournful, tearful, and plaintive. Similar words include mournful, tearful, and plaintive. Talk to me, Mr. Mo. Sentence usage.
Lacrimose.
Lacrimose.
Tearful.
Tearful or inclined to weeping. Being mournful.
So it's an adjective.
It's an adjective.
Right. Lacrimose, guys. Yo. Is it possible to write vowels that are that carry lacrimose?
You always kill me. How you stretch some of these words, you kill me.
I'm thinking out of their box.
Lacrimose. How would you use? So think of it as like you are one of those people. You're very easy to tear up, right? You're when almost every other small thing is emotional for you, or when your emotions hit you, you are inclined to crying or tearing up, or you are empathetic. When someone is hurt, you feel it, and then you somewhat when someone is crying, you want to cry. Things of that nature. So think of it that way.
I want to write vowels that carry lacrimose.
Why are you writing?
I want my wife to cry, bruh. Like I want her to feel like that.
Okay. To feel what?
To feel, I don't know if
lacrimoses.
You kill me. Like the way you stretch these words.
No, but I want when I read my vows to my wife, I want her to be someone who's tearful.
To have a lacrimose moment.
To have that moment. She must weep.
I see you. No worries. Mr. P, talk to me.
I'm intolerant to lacrimose people.
Yo.
And I understand why.
Why?
Because I'm not an emotional person. I'm very logical.
Ulela.
Like, exactly. Like, otalar face. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people. I'm not going to say it in your face.
Ooh,
but yeah.
Why are you crying?
I understand. Like, you know those people in movies. Well, so what? We're facing huge problems, and when you want to cry. So,
nice.
Anyway, Afriberry, do you want to take a shot at it?
I remember having a moment of lacrimose while watching The Day Worker because it had me chuckling way too much.
Okay.
Tears of joy.
See you. There we go. Let's try to find the correct pronunciation.
Lacrimose.
Shout out, Mr. Moocee Mist.
Acrimony.
Lacrimose.
Acrimony. Or maybe when you're watching acrimony creates lacrimose. So that's the word of the day. Lacrimose, an adjective meaning to be tearful or inclined to weeping or to be mournful. I would like to find out from you how you would use this word in a sentence. Can we get to the voice note? And then after the voice note, we're going to take a very quick break, grab a glass of water, rehydrate, and we'll see each other on the other side of the break. Yes, sir.
Morning, the energetic team. As in, like, I just couldn't hold myself. I don't know if it's the ad break or whatever, but when that song was playing, Afri was dancing, Moocee was dancing, we're taking like Injector Friday mood on us. So thank you for that. It was so enjoyable watching you guys.
Shout out,
Enjoy your
Z.
day.
Shout out. That's Z, man. Nice one, man. So we've been talking for a while, Mr. Mo. Anything else before we go for an ad break very quickly?
Nope.
Okay, so with that being said, the time right about now is 15 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock. What I want us to do is quickly, we run to the loo, we grab a glass of water, we rehydrate, and we will see each other right after this. Don't change that dial. See you after this.
Ya no quiero nada de discusiones, ni quiero que me estés comprando flores. I'm doing much better, yeah, did you notice? Ya me olvidé de tus errores. Sí que estoy llamando a estas horas, pero estoy cenando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estés sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Me hiciste guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. fuerza más fuerte, suco el cielo. Ya no me quiebro, ya no te espero. Fui prisionera, hoy soy mi imperio. Esencia es una trampa, la que nunca escaparás. Nunca escaparás, nunca escaparás. Sé que estoy llamando a estas horas, pero estoy sonando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estés sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Que si fui guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Es como que nunca, nunca te amé. Tu casa vacía, destruye. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Es como que nunca, nunca te amé. Tu casa vacía, destruye. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame.
And of course, it's the great sounds of Osuku Tama's song titled Empower. And you're still hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Connect with us on all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show, and the number to dial is 0604933226. We're still unpacking some of the conversations right here that you might have missed, and we still want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What are your sentiments? Let's talk. Let's engage. Let's make this Friday a very fun one. Thanks God, it's Friday. And I know that for some of you, the Friday mode is activated, as you had Z from herself saying, oh guys, seeing you dancing and having fun in the studio, it really injects some positive and good energy to some of us. And of course, we'd like that energy to also, get injected to other people who are listening from wherever they are from. Another discussion that we have right here that we're going to be discussing, and we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What are your sentiments? What do you think? Right? Thought-provoking and compelling, of course, discussions that we have. That's what we always aim to do. Let's hear from you, because you always hear from us, and you're still going to hear from us. Another one that I want to discuss right here is shutting down some of the performances that other guys pull whenever you are with your partner, right? So, according to you guys, who should shut it down if advances are made to your partner? Or blow me down, go pantry.
That's what Moocee means.
Understand? Oh, blow me down. You're having some nice time with your woman, your partner, if I can put it like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a random guy comes through. Hi, mama. Can I get to know?
Hi, mama.
Hi, mama. Umuntu yang man. Ish. I was asking if we can get to know each other. You are there, my chief. You are sitting right there. You are seeing everything unfolding in front of you. And of course, you are with your boyfriend, and a nice lady come in.
No, she gets asked out. I think on the female side, it should be you're being asked out while you're with your boyfriend.
Sometimes it's also the other way around. There are some girls who literally have the gall, the audacity to ask your man out while you were sitting with them. So it's like a two-way gesture. For me, I would definitely shut it down, because at that moment I'm with my partner. It's all about also security. Because if I have the guts to let somebody hit on me while my partner is there, then I do not respect our relationships.
Yeah.
I don't respect that. And then for some instances, it depends on the situation. Find that maybe for me as a girl, I'm one of the shy girls. It's hard for me to even talk back. Then that's where the partner would sometimes step in and shut down, like, sorry, no, I talk, but this is my lady that you're hitting on.
Yeah.
That's where it's more understandable. And then some guys turn to get a bit too extreme when they're hitting on a woman, and the woman is not actually basically in the same situation that they are, to a point where they get a bit aggressive. Hi. Those type of guys. So that's where some guys are also needed. If my partner is there, if I find a guy, I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Like, my man is there. My man went to go buy me drinks. Like, he's there. Because sometimes you find a woman because your man just stepped away from the table and they think, here's my chance.
Yeah, that's a good chance to shoot your shot. Because I think I don't want to bring this conversation as maybe a guy who's stinking is coming to you. No, I'm talking about someone.
Like
someone that
good-looking guy, man.
Proper good-looking guy. Because it's easy for you to say, I will just shut it down. But this guy is coming with he's proper.
What would you do, Mo?
What would I do?
Let's take it back to what we spoke about on Monday.
Yeah.
In terms of how you spent, I don't want to say celebrated, but in terms of how you spent your Valentine's on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right? Think of that and how it really, I don't want to say impacted, but it left a mark on you.
Yeah.
Because it was a good day, right? So the person you were talking about, randomly, even more ShopRite, I don't want to say, no, more ShopRite, you guys quickly more Pick and Pay or wherever, you're getting McDonald's or whatever. And yeah, man, like, Tim Nate walks up,
hung,
and maybe you're at the self-service thing. Remember we spoke about those a while ago, right?
Yeah.
And this guy walks up to her, hi, the guy. Yeah, I just thought, okay, very quickly, because would you mind maybe get the number and then we can talk over the phone?
Yeah.
What would you do?
Personally, because it has never happened.
Yeah.
Right? So, thing is, I always react weird to situation.
Okay.
And my answers are not answers that you always expect.
Okay.
To say, this is what Mo will say.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But I love to see things unfolding, guys. Okay. I don't want to lie. Like, I want to see where is this going to go.
So you would let it happen?
Yeah. I mean, with the girls that you go for, you know, hey, brah, like I spend time for her to even give me attention.
Yeah.
It's fine. I want to see you to go through what I went through, because I know how much effort has to be put
exactly to get
so I'll just I'll just fold my arms and I would even like to hear the conversation.
So you're finished punching in, the order is done, you insert the card or you tap your card, sleepy satwa, you're waiting for your order. This thing is happening, so you wait and see.
I wait and see.
Okay.
Like I just watch, I even come close to listen to the conversation, right? Because other guys have this thing, it's fine, Jaro, do it. You have my permission. And I also feel like sometimes as guys, we also give off that thing that you are you are easily accessible.
Okay.
People can invade your space anytime.
Okay.
Like wa bontsha le wena gore le mo space nkare bo tshogile, you know, and guys can easily come to your girl and ask her numbers or just talk to her in your presence, right?
Okay.
I mean, for most time, I don't know. Maybe I've given that thing
impression.
Atamela tsotsi.
Okay. So the guys can try their luck even in your presence.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, sometimes you
Okay.
give off that thing, you know, gesture, how you even position yourself, how you stand in front of your, you know, your partner, if I can put it like that. Because for the most part, I feel like you should be the one who's protecting her from anything that is happening.
Okay.
You are bringing that attention to say, hey, otsamaya le nna mtho. Once you do whatever that you want to do, Chief.
Do you think the guys who exhibit that characteristic, Mr. B, where another guy feels confident enough to walk up to a girl while you're with her and your partner, not just like a friend or whatever, not me walking with me, sure, and some guy tries his luck.
Yeah.
Right. No, I'm talking about one understand.
Yeah.
I really like One understand. She's a good looking girl, bro.
Yeah.
She's a good looking girl. And look, I also have my own thing where and I try to be good looking. I like I'm nice and clean, I'm neat, I'm presentable. Look, I can understand. So it's that type of thing. But what do you think those guys firstly are aware that they possess that characteristic? And secondly, do they do it? Is it a natural thing, or do they do it intentionally? Or do they do it involuntary? What do you think it is about those guys who possess that characteristic where other guys can feel like they can walk up to the thing?
I wouldn't speak for them, ne?
Sure.
Uguti, this is where it's coming from.
Sure.
But I think if they do know, Uguti, it looks like an easy win or an easy steal. It is coming from a malicious place.
Okay.
Now, J. Cole is coming. There's a song, Jiguts. There's always going to be someone with a much bigger car than you.
It's clever, yeah.
You know, there's always going to be that someone who's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Right? So, if that's the case, then I think Narilanga like
Okay.
where maybe even so, it could be the day where he's married, where someone and then someone comes through
and approaches his wife.
Yeah, and the wife agrees. So there's always going to be
agrees
someone
in front of him.
Even if we're in Umakruz, there's always going to be someone who's
bigger than you.
But let me ask this, because here's the thing: in the dating space, sometimes we don't know, guys.
Yeah.
We don't know where you went to the bathroom and you find a guy talking to your girl, right? And it's okay because we have to approach.
Yeah.
We have to. We don't know, because it's not like there's a sticker that's written on their forehead that says I'm taken.
Sure.
Unless it's a ring. But then even with my rings, subjectively so, we've seen where it could be used as a tool or mechanism to say stay away, right? Cool. But you come back from a bathroom and then you find by a kuluma.
Yeah.
Is the guy wrong for approaching?
He's not.
He's not.
That's why now I would just come sit down.
That's fine. Talking is fine. But who should shut down the interaction? Now I come and look, this is something that I've done. This is something that I still do to this day now as Moocee where if I'm with someone I like, or I'm with someone that I'm involved with, right, and I find you interacting and engaging her, the energy that I try to exude is one that is aimed at informing and telling you, Hori, Chief, here's what's happening here. Right? Without verbalizing it. Let's be honest. You feel. Out here, I know Mr. P, you're not someone who necessarily goes out at night like that, right? But the dynamics at night, for most part, or for as a part of it, is that we there's communication that happens. Momoying, that's not verbal. It's like kibo. Gestures, or sometimes just by looking at each other. I know that we know. Or okay, go, I'll follow you. Or okay, no, can I come? And you're like, yeah, no, sure, come through. Won't understand. It's either I come to your table as a guy, or I come with my group of friends. We hang out with this group of girls, and so there's an entire dynamics. But when a group of girls is with a group of guys, you can tell almost all the time or almost every time what the relationship is between these two groups. You can for the most part. And so when you come back from the table, from the bathroom or from the bar or whatever, and you come and you sit down and this engagement is happening, whose responsibility is it? Is it your responsibility? Is it her responsibility? Or is it the guy's responsibility to walk away and get the communication that's happening and figure out? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because some guys are adamant and they will stay, even realizing, no, Mo is involved with this person. But they will stay, no, my sister, I was just wondering, can't carry number. And the guy was like, no, I cannot phone, I cannot WhatsApp, Instagram. You know, guys now push it. Can I have your socials? Like, we'll interact on socials. Yeah. So whose responsibility is it between these three people?
Yeah, because it's a very interesting question. I've got theories where it sort of depends.
Okay.
But before I go into that, it reminds me of a situation that we once spoke about where one of us here was involved in a altercation.
Sure.
Right, where a guy approaches you, you entertain the guy.
Sure.
And then when it's time for you to leave, you're sort of being called, okay, but I need your numbers.
Yes.
So now, are you the one that should shut down that whole thing to say, look, angfuni?
Yeah.
Or are you expecting the bodyguard of your boyfriend, to come and do it? So I do think it's both at the same time. But one thing I'll say is that as a guy, I think the woman can also be, okay, we both have a part to play, but as a woman, you could then politely just say, look, grand.
Okay.
Right? I'm okay. And then how I would get involved is if the guy is
being adamant
and stubborn about it.
Sure.
That's where I can
That's
get
when you
involved.
come in.
Right.
Because if someone comes in your absence, right, the reason why I like to let things unfold is sometimes you can be quick to judge. Kante, that's the brother. That's the cousin. When I feel, hey, out shift. Already, like you've given off that character.
Okay, but even in coming back, is that your first instinct to react like that? Because reactions also vary.
Yeah.
I could be reactory as well as Moocee missed and go in for a baby kiss to my girlfriend.
Yeah, but you see, umuntu wakho uyamazi.
Fair.
I feel like because
Fair.
let's say, Miss, you are confident that you've got a woman that's that has a good head above her shoulders.
Okay.
She's able to reason. She wouldn't disrespect you
that way.
Right?
Sure.
So now it gives you the confidence of walking up to that situation and wanting to see how it unfolds.
I get that. I'm saying in the instance where one would want to be reactory, right? Where one wants to react. I'm asking more, Hori, is that the first instinct that comes to mind? Uti, you are reacting in a slightly aggressive way. I'll shift it.
Yeah.
Right? That's one way. There are guys like that. Or the other one is I could react very chilled, calm, but I'm still reacting. Right? I'm being very present to make my presence be felt, but it's directed to you, but not to you, if that makes sense. So through her, hey baby, and it says a lot to you. That's reaction.
And even the way the lady responds, because when you come in and then, for example, I'm chatting to somebody, maybe who's been hitting on me and I've been trying to let him down, and I'm chatting about this chiefta. When you come in as my man and you give me that hug and the smooch on like the cheek or the mouth, for me, how I react, if I also don't do the same thing, I'm like, I love you, I'm okay. It also sends out a very weird message out into the universe. Because for me, for example, I'll be asking like how I come back and I give my person a hug, a kiss, and then you're not I'll respond, and then when you're still fixated on that person, what's going on? That's what I'm gonna ask myself first. It's okay, you're my man, and then I see that you're chatting to this person that I don't know yet. So in order for me not to react in a bad manner, I'm just basically just certifying, okay, no, this is my turf, but like in a nice way. So it's like a step back. But how you also react to the situation, if you don't learn about Tumamudi, or you're fascinated by that girl specifically.
I mean, look,
sure.
Sometimes both people, the guy who's here, the guy who's approaching your girl, or who just sat to the table, sometimes they can both be shocked when you come and kiss, because your girl is not used to that, right? It's like, hey, boo, and no way, nah. And now that also can give a little bit of points to that guy to say you've done something. you have done something that can, bring back the spark, because hey, I've never seen my man like this.
I think it varies, and more and Bonetta was right in saying that it's very dependent on, firstly, who you guys are individually, who you guys are as a couple, and the dynamics that you guys have established together as a couple. Right? It's like with friendship. And when we have spoken about the dynamics or night etiquette, I've mentioned this quite a few times. If you and I are really locked in like that as friends, as bros, I need not verbalize communication to you when we're out at night. And this is where I think a lot of guys miss it, right? When it comes to night etiquette, is Chief. There you go. I see what you did there. You need not verbalize. We need to be here. We need to be locked in. Chief, when I raise my right hand like this, you know what's happening. Chief, when I tilt my head like this, you know what's happening. Chief, when I raise my eyebrows like this, you know what's happening. So I think it also applies to couples. One understand the way. If I come back, or even if we're together, and this person is bold enough to walk up to you and approach you in my presence like that, maybe I'm paying at the bill there, or I'm standing in, let's say maybe we're in a shopping mall or in a grocery store, and I'm picking out items, and you're here by the trolley, and this guy walks up, hi, I saw you walking by, blah, 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 shoots his shot, right? You and I need to be locked in. And no, I think not 100%, because it won't always be proof that it will work always, right? And sometimes you might miss each other in terms of the cues that we're trying to give to each other. But if we're like that, I think for the most part, it's firstly the girls. At least for me, it would be the girls' responsibility to hold it. Thank you, I appreciate. But yeah, this is my man, and I'm okay.
Yeah.
Well, understand. Whereas there are guys who would want to go in aggressive and want to, assert their presence, and which is cool. It's fine. Cause why that would happen, there is a school of thought on the female side that would say, how are you as my guy not protecting me? That whole type of thing. You as a man, bo ndota must. That whole concept of indota must, a man must or should. So that is that school of thought, or that side of the coin, where the females would feel like, no, but my man should be taking care of me. Why is he allowing and standing by when other men are approaching me and shooting their shot in his presence? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's a very thin line, and it's tricky, it's complicated, it's layered. Because the question is very simple, but the implications are quite layered.
Yeah.
Quite layered. So I would let it
let it unfold.
Because here's the other thing about the dating dynamics.
Sure.
You might be going out as a couple, but you might find Uguti, one of you or both of you, or maybe not any of you, you're also available.
Situation.
You are available. So when someone approaches, and it's possible Uguti, as the other partner, you might not even know that actually your partner is available. So ganjalo, again, here's the thing. You're right in saying that. If the other party is available, why must I fight first, man? Because she's available.
But that's a different conversation.
We went out.
So you've seen, because of nightlife that you've,
Sure.
where people go out together as a couple, but mabafika le phambili
Bathola abanye abantu.
bayabamba omunye bayambamba
Okay.
masayidini. So that's what I'm saying ukuthi umuntu wakho yamazi ne. And as a guy, it doesn't make sense for me to be the first one to initiate a shutdown.
But I think that's a different conversation altogether. And I get where you're coming from. It does apply. It spills in, but I think it's a variation.
Yeah.
Of
This is where we make decisions of going out and to approach
it's
other
like,
people.
for instance, who Mtwana Kabo Morin, for instance, right? Her and I are not together. We're not dating or whatever. But if we decide as Abantabazanayo, and I'm like, hey, look, man, I have tickets to the rancho, and we decide to go out as a couple. Not that we are, but we're deciding to go out as a couple. Then that situation could apply. Where, yeah, no, Chief, you.
No, that's not what I mean.
The difference here, I think.
What
Mr.
I
B,
mean is, you found Abantu. They are dating couple, right? But whenever they go out, they themselves or one of them is available to be courted.
The reason I say it doesn't.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay.
So it's a couple. It is a couple. So what I'm saying
Like these
is
people are together.
they are together.
Yeah, then those are exceptional situations where there is
I'm
prior
saying-
conversation behind it. I
No,
think.
even if there isn't,
Nah, it
where
couldn't happen, Mr. B.
inside Zagapi is I'm fit. Any guy who wants her, I'm told, it happens. But they're a couple.
It
They
does
are a
happen.
couple.
It does.
So I'm saying, as a guy, ne, it doesn't make sense for you to initially be the one to initialize the shutdown. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because you might find Uguti, whilst you stepped away,
Yeah.
they were exchanging details.
With the
And
person.
then when you come back full of rage, and then you want to step up and you want to shut it down. So I'm saying it doesn't make sense. Ngoba, you might find Uguti, even though you're a couple, there are people that are just available.
Yeah, but I think that one is those are exceptional cases. Here, I think we're referencing
let's
like
do
proper
this now.
people who are dating.
Yeah.
But they are dating.
Yeah, yeah, but the variation is
Sure.
different.
Sure.
We're talking about people who are proper together. Like proper, there's no availability here. I'm yours, you are mine, we are
Yeah.
together.
So we're talking
right.
about people that are exclusive.
Exclusive, yeah. We're talking
because
about exclusive
when
people.
you shut something down, it's like it doesn't give you that thing. You go to know this person is available.
Yeah, and then,
we are
then,
partners. We know.
more fit, then more-
People approach.
We've
No,
spoken
guys,
about
that's-
it. More understand
That's not what I
that.
mean. That's not what I mean.
Okay.
So I might be dating Afriberry, ne? But then secretively, and this is the kind of person she is. Already, yeah, na, she is.
She's availing
in
herself
the market.
in the market.
Yeah, na.
Then that's a
But
different story
gimme.
together.
But
yeah, to you, it's exclusive.
you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Right. So Nakona, if she's that type of woman, it doesn't make sense for me to try and initialize.
Are you aware
a
of this
shutdown.
thing when it happens?
I'm not.
It's your first time coming across this kind of situation.
Yeah, so I'm not, but I think we are mutually exclusive to each other.
But this sort of thing has never happened with you guys out together.
No.
Look,
It's just that it's that
Sheesh.
thing ibona ke manje,
Yenze.
you know?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's
Let's
crazy.
do this now. Let's dive into who should shut it down.
Sure.
Right, because you're talking about different variation that comes into the discussion,
Sure.
right? So we have two options right here. It's either your partner shut it down or you step in. So let's explore your partner shutting it down in terms of what does it mean. So it says this is the cleanest, right, and most emotionally mature approach and generally correct one. Why is that? It's because boundaries must come from the person that is being approached.
Okay.
They understand.
Okay.
No, I'm with someone here. Dude, move, please. The other one is it shows respect for you and the relationship more than
Okay,
anything.
I could get that.
It
sure.
reassures you without you needing to fight battles on their behalf.
Sure.
It demonstrates emotional attunement, that bird theory principle again. Therapists say handling conflict calmly as a team builds trust, part of what couples learn in counseling settings like the ones the Pink described.
Yeah.
Right?
The Pink
So
theory.
this is your partner. Why should your partner shut it down? And then when your partner, of course, handles it, it communicates that I choose you, I seek discomfort, I'm shutting this down quickly. But
Yeah,
now the
I
options
agree.
You step in now.
Okay.
Why you step in? Because this is sometimes necessary only when the person is being aggressively disrespectful.
When this guy, I know what for stuff.
Yeah, like you've
You're
been
being
here for like
adamant
10
about it.
minutes.
10 minutes is a lot. What are you talking about? 10 minutes.
2 minutes is enough.
Hey, Chief, no, my brother, you see me.
minutes.
That's why I say more.
Yeah.
That's why I say maybe Arutwan. I think I've made this reference once. There's this girl I was dating a couple of years ago, and she was slightly younger than me. I felt the judgment from the couple that was standing behind us.
Yeah.
We were at some place, Koshobong. This couple was judging me, Chief. I could feel it. This couple was judging me, right? But there were instances where her and I would be out, not aggressively so, but I would assert myself. Handle. Firstly, to reassure her and make her feel safe. And assured, I'm working, I'm with a guy, I'm dating, I am with a guy who I know, should anything happen, he'll be there. He's there to take care of it. He's there to deal with the situation if need be, right? Per circumstance. And there'll be instances where, guys would be looking at her or would be out somewhere, and that the very same thing I just spoke about, Mr. B, where other guys would think that they can make a move, only thing. No, but it's just about the aura, the energy that you emit, that you exude. Guys, I'm here. Don't even try it, my brother. Not in a funny way, not in an aggressive way, not in a violent way, but don't even try it, because I'm here. I'm not one of those guys. Like, no, don't. No, I'm not one of those, my brother. Like, don't. Because Moocee will dedicate time to doing it to you, and it's not going to be nice. You understand? I'll find you. Oh, okay, Topsy. Oh, okay. More reshap around road. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And we are avoiding those kinds of things because there are guys who can take it to that extent.
Yeah.
You understand? And now there's beefs across neighborhoods, and now you can't go Komdeni because you have beef with and that type of thing. But it's just about asserting your own presence in the relationship, in that space where you guys are at. Because I've seen it, man. Even when Afriberry mentioned it, there's girls who do it themselves. Girls who I've had that experience where a girl will come up and sit next to you. And that's her. And you have to make her aware of it. No, I'm not one of those. I'm sorry. I'm not going to engage you on that level. So I get it, Mr. Mo.
Yeah, very interesting. Another one, sometimes it's necessary because safety becomes a concern with the person that you are, and the situation is escalating now. Now you're stepping in to say, Aibo, Abuti, please relax.
Or even sometimes they're unsure of what to do. They don't know what to do necessarily.
Yeah. But stepping in too quickly can also cause future issues. Therapists warn that aggressive reaction or overprotectiveness can stem from deeper triggers, including past traumas or insecurity. Guys, I don't care what therapist says. I paid to be where we are right now. Imagine, I paid $2,000. On top of that, there's a tip that you need to pay. On top of that, there's a $3,000 that you need to pay. Then when you are there, Baba, I'll hit you. I'll pour you with water, my friend. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Because I've already set the tone that, guys, I am here. I am here.
I see
understand?
You, Mr.
But let's extend this and hear what other people have to say when it comes to this situation and discussion.
Okay. Firstly, hi guys. Hi Vooka.
Yo.
So basically, if I'm out with my girlfriend and another guy approaches my girlfriend, the person who should shut it down is my girlfriend.
Yep.
For obvious reasons. I mean, like, I'm with my girlfriend on a date and another guy approaches my girlfriend. Obviously, my girlfriend should tell that guy, which I'm actually with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or shouldn't even respond at all. For respect purposes. I mean, like, she should show respect and be dedicated to what we are doing as a couple. So a girl should shut it down.
Yeah.
At most, if I'm out with my girlfriend, we're out on a date, then a girl approaches me, I should shut it down and be like, whoa, girl, one disturb right now, and one disturb. So, I mean, the person getting shot at should shut it down. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Definitely.
You do. depending on the situations that
Yeah,
you
no,
are
no,
faced
I
with.
get it, man, and I agree. The person who's being shot at should
Yeah.
be the one to shut it down firstly.
Yeah.
And then if things escalate and take another turn or another direction, then
Yeah.
the other person, the other party can step in, man.
Want to step, man.
Want ish.
O batlang.
What's that? In this kitten jump.
Let's listen to another voice note.
The girl should not be able to entertain anyone when she's out with her person. So she should initially be the first line of defense. If that fails, then man, the dude must be, hey, get away from here, get away.
I think more
away from here.
than
That's
anything,
funny.
the setting here is, of course, guys are out with their girls, with the girl, right? And we know that guys approach most of the time.
Yeah.
So what we're getting here is girls should shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down before it goes wherever, because the more you respond to the question, the more
It's as if
now,
what you may, like,
yes,
you are
you're agreeing
with it, yeah,
with
definitely.
it, right? So shut it down before it goes
Before
there,
it escalates,
right?
yeah.
To say hi, no, I'm not interested. I'm
Thank
with.
you. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. P.
So there's resistance and persistence, I think. So when courting a girl or wanting to ask a girl out, I've seen as a guy, and I've these are some of my proud moments where a
Had to
girl
get.
first said no to me, but eventually we ended up dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So where's the difference, la? Where kushkut it's like, no, dude, like I really mean like step away versus no, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But then you come back. You come back as this
Come back
persistence
when?
guy.
How?
No, like I'm here. So when
You're
when
persistent in the moment.
yeah, in the moment.
No, then the guy steps
Not
in.
not while you are told to I'm with someone. Like why
No.
would you?
No, look, there's
obviously,
persistency after the
obviously, when the
interaction.
guy is there, it's like, okay, I sort of get the message.
Yeah.
But you come back from the bar with him, and this guy has been here for the past 10 minutes, right?
in the same day, on the same day, in the same space.
Yeah, same
When
space.
manje so funa mina.
Kanjani, because you were not here. So,
Yeah,
so what I'm saying is,
ngiyambona ngihleli nalo muntu.
But-
Ori yini so funa sikhulume kanjani.
no,
That's
but
when now it escalates and the
Yep.
guy steps in now.
sure, but what I'm asking is, in the absence of Ugai, ne? And the girl, obviously, when shutting it down, Afriberry, we don't want to hear that initially, because now we've got this thing of, no, let me persist so that I can break this resistance, because it's a dating thing. And so eventually, it's like when I see you in the picture, maybe that's when I'm like, okay, I sort of get it. So what I'm asking here is, at what point should a guy now stop being persistent?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Banana. If we are out
Read the room.
and redo exactly,
Read
my
the
brother,
room.
you're sitting over there, you come up, the girl is like, sorry, thank you, I'm okay, I'm with my person.
There's beer in the table, my
Te-
brother.
Then 10
Only
minutes
beer.
later, the guy goes to the bar, to the bathroom. You come back again, and you still want to shoot your shot. When I know so, but like,
Exactly. You wanna fight now.
when I know, well, not necessarily
delay,
fight,
like,
but
your
yeah, now
mans.
you're being disrespectful, my brother. She shot you down the first time, told you that she's with someone, but you still come back. When I'm just so funamina, like when I obatlan, now that's when, as the guy, as the boyfriend,
Yeah.
you step in.
Yeah.
I think that's when now it requires you to step in. Khole, my brother, she told me that you tried your shot, and yeah, she's with me. I'm with her. Thank you.
Yeah. We
Thank
appreciate it
you.
very much, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for trying.
So,
But
social dynamics, negunama
Yeah.
situations where you can approach a set, whether man, female, or group of people, and then try and find out, guys, how do you know each other? Obviously, when they say they are together,
yeah.
that's when it's like, okay, it's cool.
Yes.
But I don't think it is mhlawumbe something that's seen wrong for a guy to approach a set even, because that's how it works, guys. This is the dating
I
world.
think more than anything, this also your maturity will also speak for you. Ukuthi, like, how mature are you to understand the situation that is happening here? Because abanye abantu bayashawa for no reason.
Exactly. When
Like,
nobody obeys, obeys.
because now you are busy now persisting
You're
this,
being
like,
persistent, and you see what
like,
the dynamic is.
read
Like,
the
are you blind or kind of thing? Are you not aware? Don't you even think?
situational
Situational
awareness.
Aye,
man,
Like, are you not aware of what's happening?
Because we don't have time now, let's play the last VN that we have.
Well, I think that Mutotso saying I shut it down. The interaction. It's the girl.
The girl. Yeah.
Why abata bamu entertain whilst ana atlele boyfriend taghe go ba ana le boyfriend taghe go ba lenteng. It's a disrespect to the guy. If you respect the outside, then never entertain the guy who's shooting their shot. So yeah, I think the girl should shut the interaction down in respect of the boyfriend.
I understand. More than anything, I also feel like, because we don't have enough time right now, I also feel like sometimes it's always about how, what you say, yeah, it's the how. You understand?
How?
And the things that you also say to your girl also. Like, guys, some of us, I don't know if a lot of guys have experienced, like, sometimes you position yourself to be a magnet. If your girl sees you enune out, she will quickly come to you because of that's the level of respect they have for you, right? Okay, you are out, maybe she's standing, not in a restaurant. Yeah, or maybe you're waiting for me, there's a guy shooting her shot. You know exactly when I appear, you know Guti, you need to shut it down. I can't be waiting for you, Guti Bakshe. Like, what are we doing here?
There's a situation that happened. I know we are left with literally 1 minute, but there's something that happened, and I heard something being oversaid. And the guys thought that I had left. And I quickly turned around. Not in an aggressive way. Oh, can't you guys were waiting for me? And I shouted at her in their presence as well. What is this? What you do? I guess you is this? And then like she felt bad. No, so honestly, this is not what I do. Like, but this is on them. You understand? And it's to make all of them aware. All of them, my girlfriend included. Yeah. Should this happen again, I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to embarrass you like that in front of people. But no, I don't take this. I don't play like that. You know? And moving forward, all of them knew what the business was, man. But I think it's a very interesting one.
Set the tone, man.
It has a lot of layers.
Yeah, Loena set the tone as the guy, man.
I think it requires a part 2.
Yeah, people will play now on your playground, guys. No,
absolutely.
It's not even supposed to be like that. But we are left with 2 minutes until we hit 10 o'clock on the dot. And of course, the wrap-up question that we have for you regarding this conversation, of course, is asking that if someone approaches your partner in front of you, who should shut it down, you or them? Tell us why. Most of the voice notes people came in, the girl should shut it down.
Yeah, because I think, sorry Mr. Mo, but I think the further question is it about protection, empowerment, or is it simply practicality? Would love to hear your perspectives, man. Very interesting stuff.
Of course, it was a very beautiful edition of the Vooka Breakfast Show on a very good Friday morning.
Yes,
and from us, I would like to say have a good day. Stay safe, take care of yourself, and enjoy your weekend. We will come back next week, Monday, and talk about what happened during the weekend.
Plans? Do you have plans?
Plans? No plans.
Okay, Mr.
No
B,
plans. No plans.
Plans? There's plans.
Okay.
There's plans.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Afriberry
10 seconds.
No
plans.
No plans.
I have plans, and I think I'm gonna come back on Monday.
Okay.
Why eat?
Come back on Monday.
It's gonna be great.
Let's talk about it, guys.
See you Monday morning,
till
guys.
we'll
It's
see
been great.
you next morning on a Monday. Leaving you with the great sounds of King Sis. Wanna be free.
Wishing I could take
Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moocee Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
We are live. Durban Streets, what's poppin'?
The favorite morning crew.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show. Let's go.